spring, bitch.
Spring is here.
Yeah, and I'm over here thinking I'm really fresh with this spring vibe, and here come Mandii with her toes out.
Listen,
Florida girl.
I was like, Alexa, what is the temperature outside?
Alexa too, but she didn't say that.
Alexa did not say Fendi fur on the feet. That's not what she said. Fendi fur. She didn't say Fendi fur. Feet out, sis.
Listen, what had happened was I went down to the doorman and I had my Shein order early.
And you know the doorman was gonna be all about the toes. This is the problem. This is why we get fucked up, because you know what?
Why?
Because we get our ego stroked or we get complimented by somebody and we like, oh yeah, this is a great idea, and then you go down that rabbit hole of the compliment. That happens to me sometimes.
All I know.
Wait, what do you mean? You get a compliment and then you go down a rabbit hole about what?
about I get gassed about the wrong shit. Like if somebody was like, Mandii, you look so refreshed. She's like, yeah, my toes coming out, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
First off,
you gotta drag it.
What really
That's the rabbit hole of the
was,
compliment.
what really happened was I see that the conversations are starting about a hot girl summer, and baby, the sun was out,
So
and I
you're
was like,
summoning.
oh, I ain't even
Yes.
gotta put on my bomber. I could just put on a light coat.
Sis, your whole back is
Okay.
exposed. I could see your coccyx bone, sis. All of it is out.
Yeah.
This is what we not gonna do.
It's a good fit though.
Thank you.
It is. It's just more, it's giving.
Look, and y'all, I was literally just like, is it not spring, winter with the leather though?
Sis, you have mink on your toes.
But by the way, the Fendi sandal is a vibe. Don't
It's
get
a
it fucked up.
vibe.
It's a beautiful sandal,
these-
and Mandii got little baby feet, so they're really cute.
Right.
Like these look like, you know how like you go to like a store and they don't have, this is the one size that they gonna have. Mm-hmm. They don't ever have my
That's
size.
the 5
of
and a
these.
half?
That's the 5 and a half.
That's what we doing.
I know it's not a
5.5.
I know it's not a 7 and a half.
It
Definitely
is.
not.
No.
I am a 7.5 guy.
Okay, well, let me borrow them shoes for a second.
right.
Let me just see something.
I know. Reeezy came in with her collarbone out too, but
She did too.
But both of y'all tried it. You have a sweater tube top. Like both of y'all really doing the most oxymoronic things
But
this
sis,
season.
it's giving spring.
It is.
It's giving spring, summer. She by Sheree. It's giving fall, spring, September, July.
Okay, wait. Did we ever get
Summer-
She by Sheree, bruh? Did we ever get She?
Elaborate.
So She by Sheree is
Sheree Whitfield.
Sheree Whitfield
On-
of Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah.
And she came on to the reunion. This was one of her brands that we were all waiting for, and it just never came.
Oh yeah,
She by Sheree.
When I think I remember this clip where it's like, so when is this coming out? July, spring,
July, September,
spring,
summer,
summer.
yeah, fall,
Spring,
January,
summer, July, September, January.
late March.
The fact that I hate you so much.
But that's currently the season that we're in, to be fair.
No,
Because then the sun goes down and you back to needing a coat. So it's kind of a
But I
dub.
did wear a coat today, but I took it right off as soon as I was like, ooh, collarbone shoulders, here you
Well,
go.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's definitely jean jacket weather, I feel like, for the daytime.
I still have my coat.
Well, I have on a shacket. So.
A shacket. I think I have a similar. I have the tall version of your shacket in black.
y'all are annoying.
I mean,
Well, anyway,
I felt like
I was happy, bitch. I was finna come through with it come through. I do, because y'all do hear another third voice.
We gotta do the
Reeezy,
intro.
You may not know, but you are now a Friends with Benefits.
excuse me.
I think I like that name of people who join us on the couch. The benefit is that you actually know how to talk and hold the pod and be a potter and come in, and everyone normally likes everyone that joins us on this couch. So you are our Friends with Benefits. Y'all, I want y'all to welcome my friend Reeezy.
Yeah.
Hi, guys. Oh my God, so happy to be here.
We're so happy to have Reezy, guys.
We're so
there it
glad
is.
to
We've
have
been
you.
vibing. We've been vibing before we got here. Trying really hard not to pod because you know how we give it up.
You know how we give it
We
up.
struggle. We struggle to give it up.
Now, Reeezy is a potter. She is one half of the unofficial expert. I know I'm trying to actually intro people now because Bridget was like, oh, I just tried to get right into the mix last week. And I was like, okay, let's give some proper introductions. Because even apparently, like, we had Wayno on, and all the girls that listened to us was like, who is this Wayne guy?
We didn't know
Even,
him.
y'all didn't even introduce this
They're
Wayne
like,
guy.
no, Wayne, no, what? No, Wayne.
Wayne, no, no
Wayne.
way. It's a lot.
So it is, we got my dog Reeezy joining us. I'm excited. We have so much to talk about. I'm
excited too.
And Bridget, how we starting? How we giving it up for this episode? How we starting it off?
I
baby?
mean, I feel
ahead.
I feel like just because of the mood that we're all in with the summer and everything, we should start here. We should. However, in my quest to find a really great opening song, I stumbled on.
That's not how we're starting, y'all.
I stumbled on this.
Ooh, and y'all may not know what this is.
Y'all don't know because
I'm excited.
I definitely didn't know.
Not you.
I didn't know. Oh.
The pettiness.
This song is called Emotional, and it's Saweetie featuring Quavo.
Featuring who?
Quavo.
Quavo.
Yeah.
Now she gonna bust it down for me. I don't think she's gonna bust it down for him anymore.
I don't
But we
I
don't
think
know.
I don't
We
she
don't know.
might. I mean, I don't know. It was giving real like bad, strong woman vibes, and then it was like radio silence. So I don't know if that meant that he pulled back up with a Lambo helicopter and was like, "My bad, babe."
Scream Man, can we get the tweets pulled up? If y'all don't know what we're talking about, Saweetie did announce her separation to that of the Migos leader, Quavo.
Migos, not Migos.
Migos.
No. Their new name is Cheater
Cheater
Boys.
Boys.
The Cheater Boys.
I like that.
They're the new Cheetah Girls. Yeah.
The Cheetah Girls and the Cheetah Boys.
So Saweetie tweeted, "I emotionally checked out a long time ago and have walked away with a deep sense of peace and freedom. Excited for this new chapter of elevation. I'm single. I've endured too much betrayal and hurt behind the scenes for a false narrative to be circulating that degrades my character. Presents don't band-aid scars, and the love isn't real when the intimacy is given to other women."
Wow.
That's how you do it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad that she came through with that.
That's heavy.
Okay.
That's heavy.
So I do want to break this down because a part of me, where's the aux cord?
there you are.
I do want to play. Oh wait, am I allowed to play that song? All right. You know
What
what?
song
We
you
talked about
about
it
to
last
play?
week, but I want to talk a little bit into what she had to say, and then we're gonna get into Quavo's response with me.
Right.
Because right now, let's get into the woman who came out and said that she's been done. When we done, we do be done. Do you not agree with that?
Yeah,
she said
but-
this isn't something new. She said, "I've been feeling this way, and I'm done."
Yeah, but
Sometimes we say we're done, and we got to go back one or two times.
Yeah.
You don't think she did that
Sure,
already?
we're done.
You don't think she did that already, though?
Well, she didn't announce it publicly.
I feel like the announcement makes it more likely to be capped. And I only say that because when I've been done, I'm just quietly done. Like when I'm for real done, it's just like
Right. He
I
don't even know
disappear.
you're done.
You don't
until
even
you're
know. You don't even
done.
know. You don't even know. You don't even know
feel
what's
like
up.
I feel like what she said had a lot to do, and we know how it is with women. Because
No, not
No.
this.
I didn't know. One of the other songs, bitch,
shit.
that I did not delete when we got rid of
I
R.
know,
Kelly.
I know.
But I'm just
Girl.
saying, when we are fed up, are we not?
I mean,
I'm fed up with this song.
I am too. I'm fed up with this man.
Singing
So-
Sam to myself.
So I'm not gonna lie. Again,
Right, I bet he is now in jail. Fucking, I bet you are fed up now. Yeah,
the woman is fed up.
I know, I'm just
No,
saying.
Damn. All right, I tried.
I know. I don't know. I don't believe anymore when all of these public situations happen that it's really forever. Like I just don't. And she's a Cancer. Let me tell you something.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Okay. So tell us about
Cancers,
cancers.
Cancers are very emotional and very sensitive, and when they're done, kinda. But it takes a lot to be done. Like a lot. And I mean, I've dated mostly Cancer men, and Cancer men, they struggle to let go, but they also like. They still don't even when they do, and it's toxic.
That sounds terrible.
It's toxic.
What sign does a man have to be to have more than one pillow on his bed, though? What sign?
With a headboard.
With a headboard. With the loose sheet and the fitted sheet.
Every man battle, or they shouldn't be getting no pussy.
Men
right.
over the age of 75 living in an assisted facility.
Yes.
Those are
Have the
the
top
only
sheet.
ones.
Because they have the top sheet and they have multiple pillows getting fluffed by somebody that works there. That's the sign.
Screaming, can you pull up Quavo's response? The cheater, the leader of the cheaters. I actually think Offset is probably worse than him, but we don't know
The leader
yet.
of the cheaters is Future. He's king of the cheaters.
No,
I don't
is.
think Future is ever with anyone to actually cheat.
okay, there
I
we
think
go.
he's just for
Well,
everybody.
his
There we
12
go.
kids and 11 baby mamas say differently. So
I mean,
So-
all of y'all believe the same lie? That's like going back to the same dealership that sold your friends lemons. Like, you really gonna you really gonna buy a car from this man? Like, you ain't learned.
Is that Alexa Skyshade? No. Okay, never mind.
No.
I just know she apparently ain't get the car she paid for.
No,
it's from her baby daddy.
There's no Alexa Skyshade.
Okay,
no shade.
I just know
Not to her.
that's
No,
that's
I don't know any of the other baby mamas that have complained or said anything about Future. I don't know.
You know what? They all do seem kind of.
They all seem like they
Except
just
for Sierra.
most of them be minding their
No,
business.
Sierra seems happy to me.
She does.
She seems like she's in a good place. You know,
yeah.
her edges is moisturized. Her babies
Yeah.
now,
She
her
looks
skin,
so good.
her
Her skin
babies
is
aren't
good.
dry. Like everybody looks happy.
Babies are.
Even
Are there babies that are dry?
probably you've never seen a crusty baby.
I've never seen anybody's baby crusty on the internet. I haven't.
Maybe not
You
on the
haven't?
internet.
I hope to God that if your baby is crusty, you're not putting a crusty baby on the internet.
Well, you throw a filter on that dry ass baby.
Well, I think,
no one will ever know the difference.
I definitely think that Quavo's crusty in his
man.
response. Look at me with the segu. So
And
Quavo,
he's an Aries, so we will
Jesus.
light you up.
Oh,
That
you
is
know
an
everything
Aries
about
trait.
all of the signs.
I
Yeah,
do.
she's into
I'm
all
into
of
the
this.
I'm into the suns and the moons. This one don't believe in
I don't
it. She
believe
don't
in
like
it.
shit.
I'm like, well, okay, well, do Libra next, and I'm gonna be like this, looking at you.
No, I love my man is a Libra.
And
I love
I'm a
Libras.
Libra.
And I'm a
Yeah,
Libra.
and you're a
Hello,
Libra.
let's do
I love
it.
Libras.
Look at God.
And Parks is
Air
also
Parks
a Libra.
is a Libra, so let's
we're
go.
here. We're
Okay.
here for Libras.
Good
So Quavo
vibes.
responded, I had love for you and disappointed you did all that. You are not the woman I thought you were. I wish you nothing but the best. I know you want to make this into a show, so I'll play my part just this time. I don't normally put my business out there, especially my personal life. I feel the need to address this so there are no false narratives. Now, I want to say, for those of you who are not aware of gaslighting,
Ooh, this is the gaslighting of 2021, child.
He said, you are not the woman I thought you were. What woman did you think she was? The
Apparently
type
the
that
one
was
that-
going to let you cheat on her and then lease a car and take the car back? Like, what did you think she was?
so we're not even sure if that's true. But
we do know the car was a lease.
Oh, we do know that.
We do know that.
We know that he ain't paid for it cash and it was in his name at least, right? Do we know that much?
Is the car in her name?
I think it's in his name.
I think it's in his
I'm
name.
saying this, but I wasn't there when the papers were. I believe it says Quantavius Maximus.
So
Wait, what is that?
Quantavious.
Quantavius Elizabeth Maximus. I don't think.
All right.
First of all, I'm not laying on the hood of this car if it's not in my name.
Okay.
Please don't give me the keys. This is a rental. Your enterprise. This is trash.
Oh, not your enterprise.
But I don't
No.
understand why the bow. I didn't know that you could lease a car in your name, give it to somebody, and then throw a red bow on it.
It's a,
I mean,
it's
you
a,
can.
it's
You
a
can.
Bentley and it's icy stitched into the seat.
Right.
They're going to give him a bow. That bow can be made of velvet or whatever else.
Right.
It could
The
be-
bow is Sweetie's.
The
She
bow
can
is-
keep
the
the
bow
bow.
is definitely in
That's in
Sweetie's
her
name.
name.
That's what's in her name. Wait, have y'all ever dated a guy that's gifted you something and wanted it back when y'all broke up?
No.
No, but also no one's ever given me a car.
Right. I was
I'm
like,
not
no one's
gonna
ever
lie.
given
No,
me a car either.
Or an
so I don't-
apartment. I mean, what has anyone ever given you like an expensive gift?
Yeah, I've gotten
And-
expensive gifts, but it's never been a bitch. Give me that back. No, because in my mind, like, also, I just think in my mind that's a different level of petty. Like
It
that
is,
is
it
a
is.
sub level level of petty. Like that's a very different. And truthfully, I read a bunch of stuff online that said that wasn't true. That somebody started that rumor and that wasn't a real thing.
Okay, I would hope so. I would just hope so.
Imagine you in your house minding your
most-
business,
because-
tweeting
right,
about your
and the
ex,
repo man
and
come.
beep, beep. You're like, well, what's that? Beep.
Nah.
You like leave the seat, the headrest. It's
Right,
like
it says
icy on
icy.
it.
Can I at least keep that?
Those are my seats.
Those are my throw
Give me my
pillows down
bow.
for my couch.
Give me my bow in the back seat. Don't take my bow.
Nah, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Of course, I don't know Sweetie personally. I don't know Quavo personally, but I would say that the fact that she's making it seem like I've been checked out, I've been there, done that. I mean, again, I think it's funny that this was relationship goals for everybody.
No.
When Valentine's Day came, no, was it not relationship goals?
No,
Why?
not for me.
Not for me either.
Because they're both young and hot and at the beginning of their careers. You know that
Yeah.
this is not the person that you know what I mean? Like, let them sow their oats. Let them have their hot girl, hot boy, superstar, rock
there's
star
also
summers.
too much publicly. I always
You
say
say that every week,
I
I
say it
think.
all the time. Like when it's always constantly like we're all amazing, all amazing, all amazing.
It's not amazing.
It's not amazing. I mean, we saw that even, and I felt bad watching it too, even with Erica and Safari, right? Like,
Oh, God, yeah,
watching
right.
that. You know what I'm saying? It's like this was the
Right.
dream wedding that both of them wanted. This was the dream situation relationship that both of them really like really tried to get work towards, and then everything seemed to kind of unfold really pettily on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that to me, I'm always like, listen, keep your shit private. That's why I'm looking at Megan Party and I'm like, y'all look happy.
Oh my God,
shut the fuck up.
Stop it. Just don't show
you look happy. Just
he made it to her dog's Instagram page, which to me is like, that's excessive.
You know what?
Like,
I will say, I think again, and we may have already had this conversation, but I do think a lot of us do get into these relationships maybe with the idea of what we want our lives and relationship and pictures on Instagram to look like without even really getting to know or focus on who we're in a relationship with and what that person comes with. I mean, to be honest, like I want to, like, to me, and this is probably going to be super shitty to say.
But you're going to say it.
I'm going to say it though. I feel like, first off, the idea of cheating and monogamy, I will say, and I hate to even put this on everybody, but I feel like when a man has power, money, status, specifically rappers, athletes, these men with access to literally whatever they want, whenever they want it, the idea that this person is going to be monogamous, to me is an unrealistic expectation that you set on that person from day one. And I feel like then that's the lack of the conversation had to where, what are your boundaries? Is it cheating? Because to me, if you get into a relationship with a man like a Quavo or like a Future or like an NBA player or like any of these men, you setting yourself up for failures. Sis, you don't think so? Talk to me.
I do think the conversation needs to happen when the relationship starts about what is and is not acceptable.
I mean,
right?
I think, but at this point, how many times do we have to tell y'all to stop fucking these basic bitches and making us look stupid? How many times do we have to run y'all through that?
17,000 times. 28 times.
This should have been taught to y'all in kindergarten when everything was just about repetition. Because right now, this don't make no sense.
But you know what? It's almost like they don't teach, just in general, society doesn't teach men what they need to know. Women are expected to know everything and do everything and play a certain part. And men are just supposed, boys will be boys, men will be men. But it's like, you should be able to control yourself if a woman is dressed a certain way. You should be able to keep your dick in your pants if your wife is waiting for you at home. Like, there's certain things that should just know how to do.
I also think they're young. They're in their 20s. Like,
and it's been 5 years.
I'm not going to lie.
Young.
But I hate this. I hate that we give credence or an excuse for, to me, you're 27, 28, 29, 26. That to me is not young.
Oh, is that how old they are?
I mean, I don't know.
What the IMDb say?
Alexa, how old is Quavo? Alexa, mad funny that you're yelling Alexa because our screen man's name is Alex. It's mad funny.
Okay, Alexa.
So Saweetie
Alex.
Hey, that's his new name. We ain't gonna scream man you no more. Okay, so Quavo's almost 30. Quavo is 29 years old. He turns 30 in 2 days.
Oh,
not
he's
really
30.
2 days, but he's 30. And Saweetie is 27. So no, I'm not gonna give the.
Her name is Diamante.
Diamante. What's the middle name say?
Quavo.
Quiva Valentin Harper.
Kiava?
She got 2 middle names.
What
Diamante,
are those
Kiava,
names, babe?
Valentin,
Quiavia.
Quavo.
I mean, her and Quavo's real name is.
What is Quavo's real
It's
name?
really
Hold on.
Quantavious.
Oh, it is.
No,
Quantavious.
It's Quavious.
Quavious.
You added mad letters, and we can't. Right, we taking letters out.
We can't do that to our old people, y'all.
So
Sorry.
Quavious and Diamante Quiave?
Yeah.
Y'all gotta get back together because it's the ancestors have wilted.
It's the Quavia with the Quavious for me.
No,
it is the Quavia with the Quavious. They need to figure.
But see, I would say this isn't young, bro. Like, I'm sorry,
It's old.
and I think
It's
a lot of times we talk about we give excuses to you being in your 20s.
Here's the thing.
Nah, bro.
What I will say makes you more young is money. When you get money when you're that young, it makes you act younger. It doesn't make you more mature. It doesn't. I'm telling you because when you get it that young, Migos has been doing this at the top of their game for how many years? 5, 6?
Girl, a decade. Calm down. Don't disrespect.
Has it been 10 years?
No.
What was the Atlanta
I'm talking
episode?
about at the top. I'm not talking about when they started. I'm talking about being in Doritos commercials and doing all of that. It's been like 6 years since
Yeah,
they've
go
been...
back to Versace. When did Versace drop? 2013, bro. Almost 9 years.
I know. What I'm saying is being at the top. This is when they first started, right?
Now, Versace, they had stuff before Versace.
What I'm saying is when they were getting Super Bowl commercial money, Doritos money, probably 6-7 years ago, give or take, right? My point is, that's when he's 21, 22 years old looking at millions of dollars. That's young. Think about who you were at 21, 22 years old with millions of dollars. I'm not making excuses for the behavior. I'm just saying, when you're 21, think about now, even at 30, what you might have, if you had the money you had now at 21.
You know why I disagree with that?
Stupid ass shit.
But you know why I disagree with that? Because when you have money, and this is where but when you have money, you have real problems. You have bills. You have people.
You're
that
not
you
even
now have
thinking about it when you have money.
Yeah, but you have people to provide for. Like
you're
I
not
don't
even thinking about it. You pay people to do it. You pay people to take care of it.
You pay people
so
to
as much
take
as
care
you
of
do
that.
have real problems, it also amplifies the options that you have. The experience that comes with age cannot be compensated by the money that you get when you're young.
Okay,
and so people
snaps.
think that. So people think that when they get money early on, that means that, okay, well, now the shit's going to get real. Now they're going to be more responsible. No, now they're just going to figure out how to cut more corners because they can. They can afford to. Now they have more access.
I
to
don't
more
think
options.
but I don't think it's about the money necessarily in this situation. They've been together for what, 5 years?
No,
wait,
How long
no,
have they been
hell
together?
no.
Well, 3, 5, 10, whatever. It feels like a lot of years. The
been together for a
the
minute.
GQ article, it's a lot. It seemed like they've been doing a lot for a long time. But I just feel like they're young enough. Like that's a good chunk of their
3
20s.
years.
It's a cute chunk of the 20s. They're both successful. They're both that people see them and know them and slide in the DMs and throw panties. Like, I think that it was unrealistic that we thought, and maybe not us sitting in here because we knew better, but it's unrealistic
know,
that
'cause we
people.
didn't- I didn't think they were-
we
no.
didn't think they were going to get married.
No,
Okay.
no, I didn't.
No,
I didn't.
but they're young and they're having a good time. They're
For
having a
anyone
relationship.
listening to this show, then, if they're not in their 30s or maybe they're in their early 20s to mid 20s, do you believe that you can find someone that you can potentially be with forever throughout your 20s? And do you just feel like if I get with someone in my 20s that I do have to expect to go through things like cheating, through things like them being broke or getting off their feet? Like, in our 20s, are we supposed to ride for our partners in that, or should we just be hoes? I mean, I don't know. Because
I mean, I think to
what you
each-
just
I
said, I
think
feel
to-
like in my 20s, I shouldn't expect much from a man, is what I was getting from even what you said. Is that,
I don't think you should. I don't think you should expect much from yourself, much less from a man.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
Okay,
At
we're
20
looking inward today.
Yeah, looking, we always
Read
looking
me.
inward.
When will my reflection show
Come
who
on.
I am inside?
Okay, let's go, Mulan.
Wait,
So, you know we know on this couch. I was like, come through with the reflections, Mulan. Yeah, you better. No, it's true. I really think. I think the hard part about what, to your point earlier that you said about the fact that everybody expects women to have all the answers and be ready and able to coach men at any moment.
Yes.
Because men don't know shit and women have all the answers and it's our job to do blah, 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 blah. Part of the reason why we dropped the ball in that is because we're not holding ourselves to that standard necessarily in our 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
actually, I'm kind of tight that you even just said that.
Because we weren't.
But do you know who you sound like?
Who?
Music Soul Child. Actually, and you didn't listen to the clip, so now
I didn't want to
wanna-
listen to the
so
clip.
now I want to play it because that's
I wanted
what
to
you
give
sound
you
like.
my
Please
real
give it off
life,
because now
real
you sound like
time
Music Soul
reaction.
Child.
We gonna listen to Music Soul Child.
Show me the way.
Nah.
Okay, I know.
It's not giving a It's not giving a teach me. I hate you so bad.
Thank you.
Because what you're saying is, yes, I mean, I get it. They all expect women to have the answers as far as to make men the good men. Like, you work with me, stay with me through my Trump. Like,
But even look at when women break up with men, like when Ariana broke up with Mac Miller, it was like people were like blaming her for his death. They're like, well, if she had stayed with him, like men, like if a dude is depressed or a man is sad and the woman leaves, people look at the woman like, well, why didn't you? You're supposed to fight for him, sis. And it's like, but I'm trying to fight for me.
I'm trying to live my life.
Right. I'm not a therapist.
Right.
You know, I'm not these things that they
Right.
just expect women to be, and men are allowed to just
live.
They can make mistakes. They can apologize. Oh well, he
The part-
apologized.
right.
So his dick fell in somebody else. So then that's not enough, right?
Yeah, no, your dick
And I
can't
won't-
apologize.
and I won't
Your
play the
dick
big
can't-
testicle
I'm not
drop.
accepting an apology from Dick. I'm just from your dick.
I agree.
Sorry.
I agree.
I'm
Or
just not.
gifts. I will say that's
Well,
another.
here's-
it
but
depends
here's-
on the gift, sis. Don't do that.
Nah, it can't be a gift. You can come back and repo. Let me tell you that.
It definitely can't be that.
Because no.
And my name better be on it.
Right.
No, well, that's what Cuddy said.
The
last
part that
week he got
upsets me
dreads,
though
so-
about this is the fact that so much of what their relationship has epitomized in the public eye has been the gifts and all of this. And for her to say publicly now, like, the gifts are not Band-Aids for the scars. Well, sis, 2 months ago you was telling everybody he don't love you unless he get you a Birkin. So
Rich nigga, that's my type.
Ooh.
But
Just
I
wanna know.
I mean, even Cuddy sat on the couch last week though and said, like, I do think that there is a lot more grace given and forgiveness given to men with money. Like, I mean, I watch Maury all the time, so I know broke niggas cheating too. But I feel
Everybody
like
cheats.
Everyone does. But
it doesn't
do-
matter whether you have money, doesn't matter who you're with, it
I
doesn't
feel like
matter
more
how
grace-
great you
more
are.
grace is given, though.
Everybody can cheat. Not that
Listen,
everybody does, but everybody can.
homeless niggas cheat. So it doesn't matter how much money you have.
Why
or
do
you
we
don't
know that?
have.
I
don't know.
Wait, have you been with a homeless man?
No, I have never been with
You
a
know what
homeless
we
man.
did? We have had talks about homosexuals though, and how broke dick.
Homosexuals.
Yeah,
Homosexuals.
homosexuals.
Broke dick is the best dick.
Broke dick is powerful.
Well,
It
broke dick
is.
needs somewhere to spend the night. So
That's
it's
why
gotta
they put in the work.
Gotta put in the work.
Okay,
And they really
you ain't
do.
got a 9 to 5, so you got to put in that extra time.
They really do. I did want to play, since you kind of spoke to it, I'm going to play a clip. Shout out to my boys, DC Young Fly, Chico Bean, and Carlos Miller over at the
85
85 South
South
Show. Those my guys, but they recently had Music Soul Child on their show. And this is what he had to say. And it kind of did, I'm not going to lie, it kind of sounded like you.
Yeah.
But let me know if you feel like it didn't. This is what he had to say. Talking about men.
What?
Listen.
What?
More excuse.
Well, your song said you did.
Right. So,
And I love music, by the way. Music is my guy. That's the homie.
I absolutely love him. But so basically, to sum up what he was saying, and how I interpreted it was that as women, we view love differently. And he was saying that men show love differently than maybe what we want to expect or see from them. And so maybe they do love us, but we can't understand how they love us because they're men, and men operate like, I feel like honestly they just constantly make excuses for the fact that they do fucked up shit. Like he brought up the way they were brought up, the upbringing, the trauma, the things that, again, like you said, as women, we're supposed to deal with the fact that you don't know how to really show love. We're supposed to deal with the fact that you don't know how to do things that won't hurt me. We're supposed to deal with the fact that you also don't know how to communicate. If you are a man that cannot be monogamous, up front, do not join me in a monogamous relationship. That is the problem. The problem is the fact that there is no means to you knowing how to communicate to me exactly what you really want because you fear so bad rejection. That's what it is.
I feel like the problem is two things, right? One, sometimes people just they're not honest up top about what it is that they want. Some women will ask a guy,
Because a lot of them don't know.
Right. But also sometimes women will go into relationships thinking they can change a man's mind. And sis, he told you he didn't want this.
We say that.
So this is you. That's the first part. And then the second part is sometimes men will say what they think we want to hear. And it's like, but you're lying. You could have just said you wanted to still be a hoe and we could have been hoes together.
We're trying to teach them.
I don't want to teach you anything.
Can I shout out to all the men that tune in though? Okay.
I do.
Oh wait, you do. You have the patience.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I do.
This is the relationship I'm in now is the first relationship I've been in with someone that's older than me in like 15 years, right? Because I would rather train a puppy than try to reteach an old dog.
Oh. Okay, sis. School's out.
That's really been my mentality. I would rather help you get it right the first time. You don't have to crash and burn and fuck up with me to learn. right?
Say that shit.
Yeah.
So that's always been my mentality, right? The difference is though, that only works for but so long, right? You can only you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink thing comes into play. Because then there's only but so much I can show you that you're gonna absorb before you start to resent me for now you feel like a punk because I just told you how to do all the shit the right way and now you pissed off that you didn't come to that yourself because your male ego is not gonna let you just fucking do it the right way. You gotta do it your way. Fine. So there's a limit to how far that can go. But I think now the important thing is for me making sure that if you don't know what you want, that you communicate that you don't know what you want.
Right.
Because in my mind, I would rather you just say, I'm just trying to figure it out.
Right.
I commend men who are confused openly because
I was about to say that's a word because men don't want to let that out. That
men
they just
never
want to
let it out that they're
They don't want to
because they know everything in their brain, and it's
Hold
like,
on,
but
right
you
here.
don't need your girl everything.
Can we add the air quotes?
Yeah.
Everything.
Well, everything in their brain. That was a very important.
They know everything in their brain.
Their brain is little.
It could be full of ice. We don't know.
Their brain
Fucking
is
ice machine. Some of it's crushed. Some of
Don't
it's
we only
cubes.
use a little percentage of that thing? in
Well,
our
I use
head anyway?
50% of the brain, but divide that in half, carry the 6, remainder 2. Remainder 2.
No, I do. I commend men that are really openly confused because I think it takes a lot of bravery and courage to admit verbally, like, I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. You know what I mean?
And a lot of times we don't know what we're doing, right? Sometimes it's like, we're in the moment, we like being with this person, and we know that they make us happy when we're together, and then when we're not together, they make us miserable, or they make us sad, or whatever. But like, when we're together, we feel good. So it's like, you have communication and being honest, I think is the only thing that I have for you. Honesty.
And you know what? I'll be honest. And this is,
be honest.
I'm
Please.
always honest.
Please.
You already know. He brings up the idea that a lot of us don't know how to love, or, because of the experience we have, because we are all products of our environment. I will say the only thing I knew as far as what I wanted in my adulthood life and relationships was that I didn't want to be with a man like my dad, and I didn't want to be in relationships like my mother.
Correct.
And I think that that's where, unfortunately, like, I've been very clear, and all I've known is that what I saw growing up, I didn't want.
Right.
My mom took care of broke niggas that still cheated and that wasn't shit, and I don't feel like valued her the way she should. And my daddy had 3 different Jennifers that we had to remember their names and faces, and all these different girlfriends. And so the way
Jennifers.
that Jennifers, I don't know, Jennifers.
Well, they
was
were
real common
spelled
with my daddy.
They were spelled different ways, I'm sure.
Maybe.
There was a Y
Fs.
in one of the 7 Fs.
2 N's, 1 N.
Jennifer.
Jennifer 1, 2, 3.
Jennifer.
I would say though that's the only part of this I can agree in is to the fact that a lot of us growing up maybe weren't visible, like weren't viewing healthy relationships at all when it came to adults. And I would say amongst my entire family, there's not one marriage in my family either. So I also, I come from like my daddy, not my daddy's brother, my uncle was deported not too long ago back to Jamaica.
Where? Oh, okay.
Back to Jamaica.
Damn, Jamaica. Shout out Jamaica.
You know,
Booyaka.
Needed that.
But I will say that that is real. In my journey of relationships and dating, I feel like there is a whole bunch of trial and error. And me knowing what I want to see, but in real life, is it me still hoping I fucking have a movie type of, I'm not gonna lie, I moved to New York, thought I was gonna run into my husband running to work.
Made to Manhattan.
She was giving
You thought your heel was gonna get stuck in a grate and a dumpster was gonna be rolling down.
Not like Jimmy Choo. I really thought that's how I would meet my husband here in New York, just watching movies at this point. And so, I mean, hearing this, not that I want to work with someone through their trauma, but the fact that I know what I don't want, there are aspects of what I know I do want, and I'm not willing to work through someone not knowing shit, but literally sitting here wasting my time and dragging me along.
I don't think somebody not knowing shit is a waste of time. I just think you have to figure out and decide. The right relationship is going to teach you. The right relationship is going to teach you. Like,
bitch, I graduated college. I don't want to be in school no more.
I mean, since life,
Shit.
dead ass,
You better-
life is school to
you
some
better-
capacity.
Girl,
Like,
you
I
better-
graduated and said, fuck books.
Yeah. You better apply to this relationship fast fuck.
the way that this bitch is in a relationship with her auto pay for her bills every
Okay.
month.
All right,
Let's just
chill,
discuss
chill.
the level of adulting.
I am adulting. I'm
You
not
are
gonna lie.
adulting as fuck. That is school. That
Yeah.
is school in itself. Life is school.
Life
so
is school.
no
True.
matter what, when you're in a relationship, especially a romantic partnership with somebody that you're with all the time, you talk to all the time, it's a constant ebb and flow. It's a constant exchange. So you should be learning from the person that you're with. You don't have.
I agree with that.
You shouldn't. You don't need to be holding their hand through everything. But
I
mean,
agree that y'all should be learning from each other
should be learning.
and learning things together
And
because
listen,
love did look different to us growing up.
It did.
And it looked like people's love languages are different. Like, I mean, I don't know. My love language is like it's quality time and you giving me stuff, but also like talking to me.
Yeah.
You know, some people think just giving, some people think gifts are
there's-
Band-Aids
but
or
there's,
whatever.
But there's also there's the love language in which you communicate,
Mm-hmm.
and there's the love language in which you need to receive that you understand and absorb as receiving love. So that's the point that I think music was trying to make. It's like
Ooh,
ultimately
okay.
how you express and communicate your emotions and your sentiments versus how you expect to receive them is different. So for somebody that has money, by default, one of their qualities is going to be, let me just shower you with gifts.
You know,
That's how they
nah, bruh.
express.
Not no more.
I know, but what I'm saying
Oh, wait,
is
no, I do.
that
I
might-
give it that way now.
you
Yes.
you
you're
give
right.
it that way
Okay.
now, but that may not necessarily be how you want to receive it. Now you may want to receive more quality time
And acts of
and
service.
acts of
Right.
service.
Yes.
Right.
How you
Ooh,
want to
you're
receive it is
right.
going to be different than how you express it.
Well,
Right.
I think
So the
that's
trick is to answer music's
thing.
debacle.
not debacle.
Everyone
Not debacle.
everyone needs to go to therapy.
Yes.
Go to fucking therapy.
Therapy
Go to
is-
therapy, and it's
that's your
it's not
solution?
dismissive. No,
I was
yes.
gonna say take the love language quiz.
no. Oh shit.
The BuzzFeed quiz? Not the
BuzzFeed
BuzzFeed.
quiz.
We gonna put it in the description of this episode.
Shit,
Find
BuzzFeed,
out what
cut the
your
check.
love language
Thanks.
is.
Cut the check, BuzzFeed. We appreciate
I think that's a conflict of interest with the JBN.
Girl, everything is a never mind.
All right.
Everything is a conflict of interest. With every network,
Facts.
it doesn't matter. Everything is a
Facts.
conflict of interest. Nah, but for real, like that to me is a very real thing. Like going to therapy has really helped me compartmentalize what it is that my needs are in terms of what I need to feel loved and what I need and what my love actually looks like. And a lot of people don't know, but there can be a difference. Like I love to buy gifts. Like when Cuddy was here last week, she's like, no, I only spend 30% of whatever this man spends on me. He only getting 30% of that gift.
Hated that.
And I'm
30%
looking.
of the
I was
gift.
looking at her like, yo, are you fucking kidding me?
No, she
Like,
wasn't kidding.
No, she was dead ass. And I'm not.
Wait, hold on. She only spends 30%.
If her man spends $10,000 on her,
She's
she's
spending
only
30%
spending
of that.
She's spending
30%.
3,000.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
You had to think about it.
The mathematics checks out for me. Wow. Wow.
I'm not.
I mean, listen, I'm not keeping a tally of how much you spent on me, blah, blah, blah,
Same,
blah, blah.
me neither.
But like if we go out and you pay for this or, then you pay for that. And the next time we go out, maybe I'll pay.
Maybe
we're
I'll
at the
pay.
we're at the
Maybe.
container store. I'm going to get these boxes for you. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But I'm not keeping track of how much
No.
money was
No, no,
spent.
no, no, no.
And that's
And-
how I think it should be.
Correct.
I agree.
And that's my point,
I
right?
agree.
Like to me, I'm big on I want my man to feel appreciated and
Yes.
feel like he's getting adorned with the same things and he's thought
Ooh,
of in the same
adorned.
adorned.
Right. I mean, he's
He's
spending
getting
money.
thought of. I mean, not even just money, but just like thoughtful things. Like you
Yes.
had a rough week. I know you had to go. You were driving around everywhere. You were sanitizing hands, washing hands, shaking hands, kissing babies, all of that. Let's go do mani pedi. Let's go. You know what I'm
Come on,
saying?
Manny Petty. What
We
else
do
you
that
giving
together.
him? What else
Yes.
you giving him?
No,
Bridget?
but I do
Shut
agree.
up. Get your shit off.
But what you're saying is legit. Like, and that for me is a type of love. Is when people go about their day and they're considering you. They
Yes.
see something.
Yes.
Maybe you mentioned it the other day that
Yes.
you needed it or you wanted it. I
Yes.
picked it up for you.
Yes.
Y'all are
It's-
talking about consideration though now.
But that's a love language.
It is.
being considered, being thought of.
We're talking about love. We're talking about love languages. We're talking about what you should give, communicate,
And
what
honestly,
you want
that
to
should be the
receive.
standard.
I want to
Yes.
ask y'all
Consideration
too
should be the
then,
standard.
because
The standard.
well, this is also the conversation that's being had in the Twitter streets.
Mm-hmm.
Not only with the Quavo and Saweetie, but kind of everything else. I saw, can a man love you if he cheats on you? And I want to know that if you guys are actually separate the two of them. Reezy said, let me take a drink on this one. Because
she had to sip from the straw.
Because of course she said that, she endured a lot. Saweetie mentioned that he was giving whatever attention and love to another woman. That means you can't love me as much as you say you do. She said that, love isn't real when the intimacy is given to other women. And y'all, we're backtracking to that because I do want to talk about the narrative of cheating because, of course...
Are we talking about intimacy like relationship or are we talking about intimacy like dick? Because I don't equate dick with intimacy.
I'm not going to lie. I don't equate dick with intimacy either. But cheating, to me, is dick. Right,
but after the dick comes the intimacy. I feel
not
like.
Always. Bitch.
Not always, but I feel like
cuddling with all these dicks.
No. I understand that, but I feel like maybe.
Yes, good clarification.
Yeah, but after you pillow talk. So okay, so what you
no.
So you're afraid of spiders? Oh my God, me too.
No. That's the problem. So that's the problem. I've been
now
a woman.
You're afraid of spiders.
No,
because now you're getting to know the person.
But
that's intimacy.
But that's what I'm saying. After the dick comes the intimacy, because it's not like it's a wham bam thank you ma'am.
Familiarity.
He's spending the night.
Yeah.
We talking about goals and dreams and things.
Well, the other part is, and you know what? It is calling that intimacy is also in this case. That he's attached to somebody. So it's like
that's what it is.
So that's why I can understand why that was.
Can I ask y'all then? Does that bother you more than cheating sexually? So is intimacy more of what you would be upset with, or is it the act of sticking your dick into another woman? Because I'll be honest with you, I have been a part of sexual experiences where there was no intimacy, emotions, or anything. I was just having sex because me and this person had great sexual chemistry, but I didn't like the person. And so I don't
think I've had sex with anybody I don't like.
Oh yeah, I could never imagine myself with them, but I like their dick.
I've had sex with people that I don't like now. I don't like them anymore.
But when you were have you ever had sex with anyone then that you didn't see yourself having a relationship with?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm talking about.
Right.
And so I want to know because I've had those type of experiences, my man having sex with someone else wouldn't bother me. My man taking a bitch on a date and getting to know her and find out if she likes spiders or not, that's where I have a problem. And I think that's what I want to ask you. As far as when a man cheats, do you feel the act of sex is the problem or whatever intimacy he gives or attention he gives to this other woman being the problem?
I hate all of it.
I do too.
I'm mad at all of it.
Okay.
Y'all made eye contact for more than 10 seconds? The fuck is going on?
There's no hug. I need a pat hug. I need
a church hug.
Church hug. It's either going to be shoulder to shoulder or it's going to be a pat. It's not going to be
different.
Oh my God,
you're different.
Am I the different?
You're different.
That hug with the rock back and forth. If you are not a family member or
the pat and the wipe on the
I'm here for the pat. I love a pat. I love a good to see you. I love a good pat. Not the wax on, wax off. We gonna have to nip that in the bud.
Not the wipe me down.
Not the wipe me down. No, you know what it is. And this is something I think I'm very clear about these things in the very beginning. I don't play around because also I'm not doing that. So when we talk about the importance of communication, don't do no shit you're not gonna be cool with me doing. That's the standard.
That is that, okay. And it should be the standard.
Don't do no shit because that to me is where the disrespect is where I draw the line, right? If you over here canoodling and carrying on with the next bitch, and she knows about our relationship and she knows ins and outs because y'all are cool and y'all got this little chick. Nah, bro. Because there's no man that will ever be able to say anything to my man about me, about our relationship, about nothing at all. There's no man that would ever feel like he could be comfortable enough. There's no man that's comfortable enough even sliding into my DMs casually at this point. So anything beyond that with any bitch in the scenario is unacceptable.
I'll be honest, to me, I guess, and I'll be the different take then. I guess I don't subscribe to monogamy, period.
Right.
So the idea of who I get into a relationship with, I'm open with having the conversation like, hey, eventually I might want to go to a sex club. I might want to bring someone else in. I might let's have that conversation up front because that's what I know I'm open to. I think the problem is a lot of men don't share that same sentiment. If you know that you cannot be monogamous, give the woman the option to say, okay, well, if you're not monogamous, what do you really want? What am I signing up for? And I think that's the problem because honestly, even with me.
Because there are lots of women who are with that, who live that lifestyle. There are a lot of women.
Hello.
Mandi's one of them. But I mean, you you even living in the lifestyle, you come across people all the time that are living that way, and it's nothing wrong with it.
There's not.
It may seem a little taboo, but it's really not.
It's not,
as
and black
uncommon
people
as you
do it. I
think.
promise.
It's
black
not as
people in the
uncommon as you think
lifestyle,
it is.
all of that.
So just find somebody that's for you.
It is.
Yes, gifts.
Is it gifts or gifs?
I think it's gifts.
I think it's gifts.
It is gifts. Gifts is what the fuck y'all was just saying y'all want from your niggas with your love language.
No, that's what it is.
Gifts
No.
is what it is. And you know what? Let's look, because if I'm not
How's
mistaken,
gifs?
the owner, who is the creator of GIFs? We're not.
The logic behind
Here we
this
go.
pronunciation comes from what GIF stands
Thank you.
for. Graphics Interchange Format. In his acceptance speech, he declared his
own
via his
invention, once and for all. The correct way to pronounce it is Jif, like Jiffy Lube.
So why didn't he put it a J?
But why didn't? Yeah, it could have been a J.
Why the fuck is there a G in Bologna?
Because it's an acronym.
What about lasagna? Why do we put?
Graphics Interchange?
You know what?
Format.
You know what's
That's why
crazy
it's
too?
Lagnia is how I say it.
Well,
Let me get
guess
the
what?
Lagnia.
That sounds like a
Lasagna,
a bone condition.
That sounds like an STD.
Let me get the
I can't run. I got lagnia.
Yeah, let me get the Lagnia with meatballs. Oh, okay, that's cute.
No, but I mean, to be very fair, it's funny because I mean, as Americans, we are all, y'all know I shout out my Florida public school system teaching all the time.
Yuck.
But the English language is actually one of the hardest to learn because the
We
way
do
our
it
words
wrong.
pronounce and spell and how we say it is some bullshit. So yeah, if y'all in your group chat with your friends are having a conversation, it is pronounced Jif.
Yeah, my mom, my very Haitian mom, when she was teaching me how to read, she was like, English is so ugly because it's all wrong. Like French has rules and like Spanish has rules and all the other languages have like masculine and feminine, but English is just like, they just threw a bunch of letters
They just throw
at the
some-
fridge and they were like, that's Jif.
That's Jif.
That's bologna.
That's
bologna.
Bolognese.
It's definitely bolognese.
No, all of it is fucked up in English, but yeah, that's the right way to say it, y'all. So look
Yeah.
at me teaching y'all some shit.
Well, hey sis, the more you know.
That's why we're in this relationship, so you can teach me things.
I love it. Teach me. Wait, you want me to play it again?
No.
Okay, all right.
No.
Well, all right. We'll get into the next topic that I wanted to bring in. Before we get off of this dating shit, because y'all, me and Bridget is in really good, healthy relationships.
I'm in love, y'all.
We just really talking to y'all.
I'm in a really great
Y'all the lonely
space.
ones breaking up with your niggas and shit.
To be clear, listen, to be clear, I'm the puppy in my relationship that's being taught, that's being led,
and I'm not
that's
gonna lie.
having to submit,
Same.
that sits by the door at the end of the day like, when is he coming home? I'm the puppy in this relationship.
I'm in that very new relationship because I'm with someone who is now 17 years my senior, and I used
17 years.
yeah.
So he could really be your daddy.
He really could be
He
my
might could be.
zaddy. He my
Ooh.
zaddy. But even with that relationship, I will say I was normally like you. I knew that a man was, when he's stuck in his ways, he's stuck in his ways.
Right.
So also as older men, they want families. They want things that I necessarily wasn't ready for and didn't want. I don't want to move in with you. I don't want to have kids. I'm not looking for marriage right now. And so I steered clear from older men and went towards the young men who clearly I couldn't even count on in real life. And I expected more out of them than really they could give me, but I also did like being the teacher. So in my relationship now, it's a complete 180, but I'm enjoying everything. Like, niggas sitting here making me watch all these old movies from the 90s. I said, sir, I was 92 when this came out.
Movies from the 90s.
I mean, I'm sorry. I was
She was born in
90.
2012.
All right.
We
as
joke about
as was
this.
I was also born in 2012.
We joke about this pretty consistently, that Mandy's knowledge of
Of New
like,
York, bitch. Of New York. That's what it is. Y'all grew up differently.
It's yeah. There is a little bit of a culture.
yeah, but you watched the
differential.
New York movies when you
Did
were
I?
in Florida.
No, she did not.
Did I?
You never
Like
watched
what?
any movies that the Twin Towers was in the skyline, sis?
Yeah, when they came on BET, Blockbuster.
Oh, I don't think the Twin
Blackbuster,
Towers was
I
in.
mean.
I don't think that Twin Towers was in Baby Boy, sis. I'm not sure.
All right, we're not doing that.
Movies.
I feel like there was other ones. Anyway, I did want to talk about, because we're not there, but if I was dating, Tinder recently said that they will now let you run a background check
Yes.
on a potential date.
Yes.
This is game changer. I'm not gonna fucking lie.
love this.
Because you know what? I just went to the blue check niggas because you could actually Google them. And that's how I did my background checks. I was like, ooh, let me see who this nigga played for. Let me see what his salary is. And it was all
Wow.
on Google. I know, I'm not shit.
Wow.
I know.
I'm happy those
Bridget-
days. In the words
Those
of
days.
Florence from Florence and the Machine, the dog days are over, my friend. The dog days are
I'm
over.
so glad I ain't
They
a hoe no
are.
more. But anyways, y'all, Tinder was actually where I got on. I used to use Tinder for dating. You swipe.
Was it fun? All right, that's a no.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, she sighed from her diaphragm.
Anytime there's a, just know it's a no. Just know that level of hesitation and reluctance.
I felt the weight in that sigh.
It was a stressful time for me. I can't.
She's
recall.
clutching her necklace.
If they were pearls.
Body language tells all. She's clutching her. She's like, it was a stressful.
I'm flustered. I'm not gonna lie. Swiping on Tinder and going on those dates was one of like my least proud moments in my life. I felt like I just wasted a lot of time. I mean, you put a few pictures up. You might, put your little tiny bio. Whether you're linked to your Instagram or not is a different story. And I do feel like, again, you really don't know someone until you meet them in person. And so
and even after you meet somebody in person, you still don't really know
that part too.
You might still not ever.
So wait, so with doing this, if this feature of doing a background check were available when you were on Tinder, would that have swayed you one way or the other from going on a date with somebody?
Because I have dated felons in my past, let me see what this background check brings up. It says that Tinder users will be able to vet their dates with details like their arrest record or history of violence. Okay. That could dramatically affect who finds success on the app and who doesn't. So it'll have information like public records and reports of violence or abuse, including arrests, convictions, restraining orders, harassment, and other violent crimes. And its website says that it will accept manual submitted police reports, orders of protection, restraining orders, and other legal documents. So I will say,
people still gonna lie on Tinder,
right?
So,
I mean, I'll
they're still gonna lie. They're still gonna say that they're 6'2" when they 5'10".
That part.
They still gonna be like, for those that care about height, and you gonna get there and be
so
like,
mad.
you got on 10.
That gives them 3 inches. It really does. That's why this New York
with
dating
a thick
is
sock,
different.
with a thick sock too.
I mean, because I ain't gonna
Thick
hold
sock.
you in the South, soldieries. Maybe for I don't know, the style in the South is not Timberlands. Like I never dated.
Did you say soldieries?
Like Reeboks?
Oh yeah, girl. We don't know what girl.
What's a soldierie?
That's what we used to call them. Like y'all never had a pair of soldieries with a little Velcro?
No,
if 5411s.
Girl,
wait, what is a
if
54?
a dude shows up to a date with me, he got Velcro shoes on. I'm gonna be like, well, where's your mom?
But they were like high top Reeboks.
Is your aide nearby?
5411.
Oh, is that what y'all called them? Sorry, y'all do everything so different. They was called soldieries.
They sell those at ASOS? Crazy.
Yo, what is it? Why is it soldiery? What is it?
I don't know. We used to call them soldieries. That's what we called them in the South.
What is that? What is that word? How do you spell that?
Did Master P used to wear them? Why did you call them soldieries?
I don't know. This was also I'm also going.
I'm still. As in No Limit Soldier?
Yes. Yes. Silk the Shocker used to like these shoes.
Yo, I'm crying. Reeezy,
why did y'all call them 5411?
That was the number of the Reebok Classic. That was the
y'all
style
be doing
number.
that shit with like Air Max 700, 750, 790.
I think
5411 size 7 in girls. You don't remember?
They are
right,
just.
never
I
mind.
think that's the number on the boxes. I think that's the
It's
number
the style
on the
number.
box.
Okay, we don't call sneakers that way in the South.
You call them soldieries.
Wait, so what is an Air Force One to y'all? I want to know.
Air Force Ones?
Okay.
But that's only because too Nelly and that song made it down to the South.
So I
rocking
could
in
get
my
the stuff
Air Force One.
You said made it down to the South. It started down there, sis. We were.
Wait, Air Force One started in the South?
The song
The
is
song
from.
did. The song is from St. Louis.
Yeah.
That's not the South.
Well, where St. Louis is.
St. Louis is the Midwest.
I'm sorry, but
Girl, if it's not New York or California.
everything Virginia and below is the South.
Yes, sis.
But
New
they're
York.
like to the left.
They're still
That's
to
the South. If you don't have a beach, that's the South.
Oh, really?
If you were landlocked-
the South is the beach.
If you were
actually.
landlocked with an accent, it's the South.
It's the South.
Not with an accent. All
Yeah,
right.
the accent.
Sorry.
Shit. All right, not sorry. Well, I will say, I mean, I've dated felons and shit before, so
this
I
wouldn't make a difference.
It wouldn't make a difference because okay, I'm not
So
gonna
if
lie.
you're swiping and there's this fine ass man,
And he got a restraining
32
order.
years old, and he got a restraining
bitches
order.
is still fucking Chris Brown. So I think that if you're, I don't know if we're allowed to say that, but I'm just saying, bitches make exceptions for everything.
I mean, I accidentally dated a felon once, but I didn't know.
Accidentally.
I didn't.
Wait.
what was the record though? So mine sold guns. What did your felon do?
Oh, I don't even know what mine did, but
I mean, we dating men that could potentially repo our cars, apparently. So we're not really doing much
No,
better.
you're right. We're not doing much
The restraining order ain't really doing much, to be
but
honest.
also I think that before we date, we are Googling people's names anyway.
Oh,
you
I'm
not?
not.
You
are
weren't
you?
Googling.
I'm not
any
Googling
app-
regular niggas.
No. I'm saying as somebody who was on
Facebook,
dating
Facebook
apps.
is Google for regular niggas.
No. Facebook is Google.
see your family.
Facebook is Google for aunts and uncles, sis. If you still on Facebook in 2021, you are 52 years old.
I'm not gonna lie. Facts. You were
Nah, 'cause
you were
regular-
there when
no.
Facebook was only available for you as a college student.
Nah, the
student.
regular people are on Facebook. That's
As soon
how
as
they
the
keep in
moms
touch.
and the dads jumped on it, I was like, I'm gonna jump on. I'm gonna log it. I'm gonna head out.
bro. My grandma
I feel like as soon as
Yeah.
people started having kids, that was when everybody got active on Facebook because that's how they sharing their pictures of the kids.
It was like you zoomed into the baby right out the womb.
Yeah,
I gotta go. What's happening?
I'm cool on all of that. That's why I don't be on Facebook either. I'm
It's
cool with it.
nasty. And some of these babies is ugly. But you didn't hear that from me.
Bro.
We know.
Not-
You
not
noticed that they might have been dry.
Well, it's still got the placenta crust. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe that's what I meant when I said
really
dry.
gross. No, I don't know if I would be swayed one way or the other on Tinder if somebody was. I think I would be more concerned about violence or abuse.
Yeah, I agree.
Like if you were a felon for like armed robbery, like all right, we
Are
get
you
it.
cool with niggas robbing you?
I mean, times get hard. Like to stick up kids is a thing. Like
No,
all right.
you can't be a 38-year-old
Not
stick
at
up kid.
38.
You are too
part.
old to be.
No, but I'm
stick
saying-
'em up with your hand in your hoodie.
It with a get money mask. It could have been like at 21 though. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit may not necessarily
Look,
like what's the window?
This is what I'm gonna say.
okay.
You could still be squeaky clean and be a psycho.
right.
Also,
It just means nobody caught your ass.
Ain't nobody knew Ted Bundy was until
Hello?
he fucking got caught.
He was a whole serial killer. Or it just means you're that scary that no one has reported you yet. And it's like, well, I don't want to date you either.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think that this is a game changer for a lot of people dating. But like I said, a lot of us look past a lot of things, especially when a nigga finds. So
Hello.
I don't really,
Hello.
we really
What a
ain't
nigga
saying
find.
shit. We ain't
Especially when a
shit.
nigga find.
We ain't shit. Go ahead. Oh, come on, the vocals. Are we getting to the vocals?
No, I think we should because it's about that time. So
about
every
that
week,
time.
every week we have a segment, Reeezy, that we call Freshly Squeezed. And for that segment, we like to say, Freshly Squeezed, yeah. We give a little vocal on that. Yeah, just like that.
She gives the vocals. Fresh and squeeze, and then I just come in with the ad lib.
She come in with it. She
You just
comes
repeat it.
in like a Southern Baptist pastor.
Freshly squeezed.
I didn't have that long draw at the end, y'all.
I mean,
I like to think of myself as the little fizz or left eye. You know, I'm just here to add in the raps.
Let me give you something to think about.
That's me.
That's the girl from Black.
Let me give you. That's left
wasn't that Left Eye?
eye.
That's the girl
no
from Black.
scrubs.
Oh, that is
Let
no
me give you something to think about.
Now
I gotta look this
up.
I don't know
I'm
anything.
a digital TV screen. Yes, that's left eye.
I
I
gotta
don't know
find this.
anything after let me give you
No,
something.
that's I gotta find this.
But really,
I
that's
don't-
the only part that matters is the let me give you
the
something
fact
to
that
think
both of y'all know that and none of y'all know any of the words. Go
towards it.
We know the chorus.
Hold on.
We know the beginning.
I don't want no scrubs. There we go.
We-
Hold on, it's coming in after that.
Trying to holla
at me. I don't want no scrub.
Yeah,
Getting no love
from me.
Okay, ad libs. I see y'all.
Hey.
Trying to holla at me. Okay, since this the outro,
This the outro. All right.
Hold on.
I mean, we could have
Come
started
on.
from the beginning.
Here's the
Here we go.
bridge. Hold
Here
on,
we
it's
go.
coming after this.
Yes, son. I'm talking to you. Here we go. Right here. Oh, you want to go? Is she on the remix?
I'm trying to find. Is it right? Is Left Eye's rap on the remix?
No, it should be
No,
on here.
it should be on there. Wait, let it go.
No.
Right here. No.
You keep saying right here, and it's not there.
I am
That's
not part
not where
where
it
it
is.
is.
Y'all, I don't think y'all are right about this.
Damn.
Well, where is the left eye? Can we, girl?
hold on.
Hold on.
Damn. Y'all, we trying. We trying.
No,
No, that's first verse, bro.
No, this isn't verse, is it?
I don't wanna give you my
This is second verse.
No.
Damn, is it the remix, Reezy?
I don't even know there was a Scrub remix.
I'm sick of y'all.
Pause it.
I'm sick of y'all.
No,
Let me give you something to think about.
Maybe it's the video. Was it just the video?
Something spectacular. And then I get back to you with the vernacular. Girl.
This sounds like a Busta Rhymes song. But
No, it was Lips I Broke.
Girl, it's on there.
Hold on.
You must got the.
I think it's the video. No, I'm looking.
It might be the
It's
video.
probably just the video.
Hold on, because I'm gonna get it to us. Hold on.
No, it's the video. I'm telling you.
You know
it's the
what's
video.
crazy? When even you YouTube it, wait. It says TLC No Scrubs main mix featuring Left Eye. So maybe you
Featuring
didn't
Left
go.
Eye.
Yeah, maybe you didn't go to the main mix.
No, sis.
Hold on.
No,
'Cause
it's the video.
It's the
Is it
video.
just the video
It's just
that
the
has
video.
it?
It's just the video.
Wait, even Park said yes. Oh wait, so
It's just the video,
Left
right,
Eye's
Parks?
part wasn't even on the radio.
No.
Let me give you something to think about.
Hold on, it's coming.
There we go. Here we go, y'all. Shout out to Left Eye, baby. Oh, that's not the verse we were talking about.
No, she gonna say it.
Oh,
She
wait,
gonna say it. She gonna say it.
Oh, listen, jeez. Hold on.
Let me give you something to think about.
Dipping me. Hold on, here. Did you see? Satisfy my appetite
with
with something
something
spectacular.
spectacular.
And I get back to you. Told you, bro. Hold on. Here we go. This is my favorite part.
Big Willie.
Really want to know? As chilly, could I be a silly hoe?
Not
now you
really.
know this.
Now I
you
know this
this.
part. I know this part from the video.
All right, shout out TLC, y'all. They are not a part of our Freshly Squeezed, I promise. But
I
we gotta
promise
get
you
to
not.
that.
It's
This
not
is-
fresh or squeezed, but they look amazing still.
They,
So,
they
yeah.
still do. So I actually
And they can all feasibly, well, RIP to Left Eye, but T-Bars and Chili can feasibly still squeeze
prior
into
to
these
COVID,
pants.
I saw them perform live, and I will say it took me back to prior to 2012, and it was amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
okay.
If ever they do tour again, they were one of my
okay.
favorite people that I have actually seen perform. I was so excited, and also they're one of those groups that you don't realize that you know every single song until they start performing every single song. I knew everything. And I was
well,
like,
except
oh my
the
God.
Left Eye verse that we could not remember the words
Well,
to.
do I know the words?
Y'all
to
were
anything
rapping it
ever?
like
No.
it was a Busta Rhymes. I felt like a
said,
Busta
I
Rhymes.
said,
Put your
let me
hands where
give
my
you
eyes
something
can
to
see. This was giving me put your hands where my eyes can see, if I'm being honest.
Oh,
wow.
Let me put your. I like that.
You like, put your hands where my eyes can see. Like,
right,
that's very
all right.
Busta Rhymes.
Yeah,
Very
woo-ha,
Busta
woo-ha. Yes, yes. Okay, all right.
So what you got for us for the freshly
So
squeezed?
for freshly
Bridget?
squeezed, y'all know I usually come with the R&B vibes. This week I am not.
Ooh. Oh my God! What is
I
this
know.
episode number? Savon, that's
24.
25, 24.
Look at me, 24. 25?
24.
25. 25.
Cuatro.
This is
Oh,
25.
25.
Or 25 en français. Okay.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on with the Creole.
Let me give you something to think about.
All right.
What? Bridget,
So
what-
this week,
you got some hippity hop.
I do have some hippity hop.
Let's go.
A little hippity hop. Benny the Butcher dropped a project with Harry Fraud called The Plugs I Met Too. And there's a number of joints on this project that, I mean, my man is the ultimate hip hop head. So he's like, telling me all these songs that he loves. But the one that stuck out to me is Plug Talk with 2 Chainz.
It sounds like some South shit. I love me some 2 Chainz.
We know you love some 2 Chainz. I also love some 2 Chainz. And
I also love some Expensivist if y'all ain't watched it yet.
And, Benny the Butcher and Griselda just putting on for New York, even though it's, they're from Rough Buff, but it's still New York. So
Let's
I
go.
wanna,
Let me hear this.
play
I'm
that.
ready to get a little bop on, baby.
Yes. It's also Tony Montana from Scarface on the cover art, so it's my kind of vibe anyway.
Here
Is he
goes
wearing
my-
a visor?
No, it's the block over his eyes.
Oh, I like this.
Look, already? It just started.
I know I like it. I already know.
I sold drugs. Let's go. All right.
Yeah, so
That
Benny-
was so New York.
Benny the Butcher is just.
I mean, it's hip hop, but it's also giving us.
I love what I like about it.
It's entrancing.
Well, in listening to it, I will say
Yes.
the difference between him and my Southern rappers. I heard every word he said. Like, it sounded so crisp.
We know
and
how
clear.
to enunciate.
Yeah, we're not
up
gonna do
here.
that. We're not gonna do
we
that. We're not gonna do that.
enunciate here.
We're not gonna do that. But I will say, like, it sounded like he was fast reading a book. Like, it sounded so
Articulate.
Yeah, we read.
Yeah, I guess a little different because I ain't gonna hold you. Kodak then dropped some new shit, and I'm like, okay, I'm
did
gonna have
he
to listen
say?
to this
Girl,
like
I
3
don't know.
times.
Girl,
I mean,
don't even
Benny
get me
also
started on him.
Benny also has all his teeth.
He look how he sounds.
I really do think that if you replace your teeth with precious metals,
with foreign chiclets,
with precious metals,
and sometimes the sizing be off too.
yeah,
usually
your tongue and your teeth don't match anymore.
Right,
So
the
they
tongue
gotta
is
get
unfamiliar.
reacquainted.
Maybe
and
it's the
just a
jewelry
mess.
clean that be making them slur a little bit down there because they be having to clean their jewelry. You know what I mean?
It's just a lot.
It's not. That's
Okay.
not what it is. It's not that.
It's the Florida public school system. That's what it is.
So so shout out to Benny the Butcher and Harry Fraud. Harry Fraud is the producer and he's fantastic. Honorable mention, Joyce Rice dropped a project.
Come on, Joyce Rice.
Yes, and actually, Rory played her single when he was here a couple weeks ago, and yeah, it was really great. So her project is called Overgrown. And it's a full project, 14 songs. Shout out to you, Joyce Rice, because a lot of R&B projects now are really emo and really short. So a lot of them are.
I'm not gonna lie. So the song that Rory played with her featured Freddie Gibbs.
Yes,
is that
On
what
One was the single,
Is
On
that
One.
what the entire project kind of sounds like?
No,
it's a mix of.
No, it's a mix. She has a song with Masego called "Must Be Nice," which is really great. She has interludes too, which I love. She's an interlude with Kay Trinata.
I will say I am an interlude whore.
I love an
interludes.
interlude.
Wait, really?
Wow.
What? Wait,
Well,
why not?
when I'm saying interlude, I'm thinking skits. Y'all
Yeah,
talking about
that's
the
what I'm
skits?
talking
No. I'm not talking about a skit. I'm talking about an interlude, like a 1.5 to 2 minute song, a musical break.
I like a little both.
I do like a little.
mix of both.
I like a little.
You don't like
song.
skits though?
Not really.
No, I could do without skits.
Not when I got my Spotify on shuffle at a party and it's like, man, you stepped on my Reeboks, and it's like, what is this song? You know
yeah,
what's crazy?
I'm not even gonna hold you. It used to piss me off listening to Kanye, and all of a sudden, like on a playlist, and all of a sudden, broke, 5 broke, and you like,
Right. I can't keep working this hard.
right?
It's like
I love
Right, it just throws the mood off.
J.
Like,
Cole
damn.
did really good skits, and someone else most recently that I'm so glad all his skits were in was Black, East Atlanta Love Letter. Like I feel
Black.
like it adds
It adds some character.
When I look, because also I'm one of those that your album is not good unless I can listen to it straight through. Right. And so to me, I get to the point where I voice the skits with the skits, and then I love knowing what song is coming next. I love that, and that's how I know.
See,
a
my
project
shit be
is
on
really
shuffle, so I never know.
Oh
what
no,
the fuck
I
is
don't.
going
I
next.
like to play albums straight through, and I think I said it. The last album, which is really sad because that means nothing really came out in 2020 that I really liked. But Roddy Ricch, to this day, straight through.
Oh,
that's the
okay.
album I'm going to if I don't want to skip anything
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
Like I love
Interesting.
all the songs. I know what's coming next. I love that type of shit.
I felt that way about the Chris Brown Young Thug project.
Oh, Slime and B. I
Slime
told
and
you
B
that
definitely was a
start
to finish
That was
project for
2019
me.
as well, though, right?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
That to me was.
But that
also
got
my
good.
favorite.
That got good play for me in 2020 because it was just a good
They got
outside
all they
album
little
while we
streaming
were
shits
inside.
For me, baby.
A good outside.
It was a
for
good
inside.
outside for inside in LA when I was listening to that.
It really was. I like that.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Joyce Rice.
Shout out to Joyce Rice.
She's phenomenal, and it's a good project. Overgrown. My boy Eddie Forsell worked on that as well. So shout out to Eddie D Miles on it. Lucky Day.
Shout out to D-Miles.
Lucky
Shout out to
Day.
Lucky Day. Just so
Yeah.
fine. Shout out to you and your
Lucky Day
lyrics
so
and your beautiful skin.
All right.
I
But
need
yeah,
you to come to whatever Joe Budden pool party is
I
happening
need
in
you
the future.
I need you just to come on the pod. How
Oh
about
yeah,
that?
come on the pod. Fuck his pool
You
party.
ain't gotta- You could be on the JBN and be on See the Thing Is. How about that? Fuck the pool party. Ain't no pools open right now, bitch. It's cold. Don't
Ain't
believe
no-
Mandy's
No.
toes.
Pools
Do
are
not believe
open.
Mandy's toes.
I'm actually taking swim lessons. I'm learning how to swim
Oh,
at a
she
pool.
said, bitch, indoor pool.
Indoors, though.
There's
Well, it's not a
pools
pool
that-
party. See, I'm just learning how to swim so I'll be cute at the party, you know?
Wait, you learning how to swim?
You're not
now?
learning how to swim to be cute at the party unless it's a synchronized swim party.
I'm learning how to swim so I could jump off a yacht in Santorini. That's why I'm learning how to swim.
That's the right answer.
So I don't drown.
I want to go to help. Right, she over here doing performative swim in Santorini. That's the only place
She
to do
better
it.
be doing. She better be doing backstrokes and all. Bitch, ain't nobody watching you do backstrokes off the yacht.
I feel you.
Y'all in a white bikini with the cutouts.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna watch me do these.
Yeah.
Look at me. Look what I could do. Look what I could do.
She might just join TikTok just for that. If you're not already on TikTok, that's gonna be a good moment to join TikTok.
I agree. What new music you rocking with though, Reezy? Talk to the people. Is it hippity hop or some R&B?
It's a
I'm crying that you calling it hippity hop.
Hippity hop. That's how people who are still on Facebook talk. Look at this hippity hop, the WAP.
Hippity hop with the wop.
With the WAP.
Well, technically, we are the aunties over here, so I'm
Yeah.
just
No, baby.
leaning into that.
No, sweetie, I'm leaning away from that. I identify as young, so that
I identify as you.
my preferred pronouns are young,
You gotta shut up.
young
pronoun is
teen,
youth.
young teens.
Young tenderoni. Yeah.
Oh no! If you call me a tenderoni, you went to prom in 1982.
Tenderoni. Is that who you are? Tenderoni.
That's auntie talking right now.
I am happily priding myself as
Me
an
too.
auntie. That's
Okay,
why
so
I said tenderoni.
you
She's a
stick with the young
tenderoni.
youth.
I'm not ready for that. My friend called me. She was like, "Where are the aunties now?" And that made me so sad. I was in the Uber with my glasses on.
Reezy said, "You need to call me a jit. You need to call me everything." Oh, do y'all even know what jit is?
Nah, sis, dude, what? Do jits wear soldieries? What do jits?
They do.
I'm unfamiliar,
Okay,
sis.
Pitney, jit, kid. No, y'all say kid up here, right? No. All
We
right,
say
never
son.
mind.
Are these
Okay, so-
are these acronyms for things?
So jit is like someone young. Like you say jit. Like what up, jit? Like
No
a
one.
jit is
I've
someone
never
young.
heard anybody say that.
Like a jitterbug.
No.
a jitterbug?
No.
Never mind. All right, we getting out of this.
Screen Man, can you Google jitterbug?
Bro,
I think that's a commercial.
I
for
think
like,
that's a dance from the 50s.
No, it's not.
I think a jitterbug is a phone for old people.
Okay, that
People who like sit on a chair
No,
to go
it
up
is.
the stairs.
it is a phone. Can you look up Jit, Florida? Someone younger than you. Thank you. It's a juvenile
Juvenile in training?
is a young gangster.
That is gross. It goes on Daily Rap Facts. Shit.
Okay, never mind.
Florida's yucky. Yuck. We're not saying
Y'all
that.
gotta stop with the Florida slander.
I cannot breathe, bro. I
No.
cannot. A
Jit,
jit?
a person who is shorter or younger than you is called a jit. Commonly used as.
So Mandy is everybody's jit. Like, fuck out of
That's
here.
what we-
Young 5'1".
All right, we're not doing this.
Yeah, jit.
Never mind. Look, it
You
literally
is.
says commonly used in Southern Florida.
It
all
says
y'all-
all y'all sixth graders are jits to me.
You're such a jit, only standing 3 feet off the ground.
What the hell is a juvenile in training? They're
Listen,
all
we don't. What? First off, y'all is slandering Florida way too much on this pod for me.
Florida
As me being
is
a
slandering itself with jit. And
Right.
soldieries.
soldieries. Okay, well, let me
go
play my
through
little
the goddamn
song.
man.
Let me play my
Who
little
is
song.
it? Introduce it. Who is it?
This is a song that I was listening to in the car on the way here because I was like, I need a song for this. It is Cicero, Masego, and Ambria. It's called Good to Know. And I was like, oh, this is good. This is good to know, too. Oh, I gotta turn my volume up.
Ooh, I already like it.
You just
Masego.
heard one instrument.
Yeah,
But
Masego
I
can
know
do
when
no
I hear the
wrong.
beginning
Me
of a
too.
song, I know if I'm gonna like it or not.
Masego can do no wrong for me.
I did like Masego. I'm not gonna lie.
This is a song to skate to.
Where they got skate parks out here in New York?
Girl, I
Key-
can't
Skate
skate.
Key was in the Bronx, but I don't think that's open. I don't think it's been open for a long time.
Good to know.
You don't really rock with me.
I like that.
This sound like sweeping music.
It's giving me beginning of the cookout.
Yeah.
It's giving
Give me the warm up. This is the warm up.
Right.
Yeah.
Driving on a hot summer day
Yeah.
to the bank.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I like
my
when
first
guys
news.
rap like that.
Yeah.
Well, you can't really understand what words they're saying.
No, I like him. I can understand him, but it has a little draw to it, but not too much. I like it.
So he's not a jit.
He's not a jit. No.
All right, well, that's the song that I
Yes.
found today, and I liked
Cicero.
it. Yes,
Good to
Cicero.
know.
Good to know. You don't really rock with me. You just want to spend my cheese, okay?
Miss Lingo got on velvet pants.
I'm with that. You don't rock with me.
You're anti-velvet pants?
I love velvet pants.
I love a velvet anything.
I love velvet anything
I have a
too.
velvet
I don't
bathing
like y'all
suit.
fucking with velvet.
You
but y'all wanna
do?
talk
I have
about
a
me.
couple velvet bathing suits, and I love them.
Wait, you can get in water with velvet?
Apparently.
Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl.
It's not.
never done that.
Me neither. I never did that.
I'm down to try. I'm going to Bermuda for my birthday, y'all. So I'm hyped.
Okay, you gonna show us the pictures of the bathing suits that you go wear down there?
It depends on whether or not I continue on this lovely salad kick for the next.
Bitch, I ain't gonna hold
weeks.
you. I was buying my bathing suits and I was on the phone with my homegirl and I said, "Ooh, I'm having too much faith in my stomach." I said, "Let's get a couple one pieces." Bitch, I was literally on the phone with her like, I'm getting all these two pieces.
Yo.
Like, I'm tripping. I said, I have way
Yo.
too much faith in where I'm gonna be in 3 weeks. Let me get a little one piece
Oh, yeah, no.
with a cutout, baby.
Well, no. So last
Cutout
week,
is hot right now.
Cutout is hot
That's
right
what's
now.
in. And the underboob, that's a thing too.
Nah, I'll pass on that.
Y'all don't like the underboob?
First of all,
no.
what underboob?
First of all,
your
I have
underboob, we gonna
boobs.
be able to see your nipples if we see your underboob.
I ain't gonna lie, because I do got them little $quarter areolas.
yeah,
So I
I
do
got
be
chocolate.
trying
I
not
got,
to
I
watch
got
it.
chocolate. I got chocolate chip cookies, so it's a dub for me too. That
I be having
underboob thing is not a good
well,
idea.
and that's the thing too. To be fair, like especially because I'm on the thicker side, the idea of the underboob, while it looks really cute on maybe your size girls, it looks like
It's perfect on your
Yeah,
frame.
but for
Perfect,
me, it
yes.
looks like, oh, bitch, you should have got your size. You didn't get your
Yeah,
size, and now the
yeah.
small girls are like, oh, this is why a small isn't available, and I'm like, no, bitch, this is an extra large, and I promise it's
They be
supposed-
shaming
it's made
you?
like-
Yeah,
they be
the cutout-
shaming me
at
on
the
big titty
beach.
bitches.
the
Like,
cutout,
oh,
the
this is why I
cutout
can't find my
situation,
size.
and that's how I knew I had to start eating some salads was because I have a cutout bathing suit and I put it on, and the fabric where there is a cutout, that fabric, that small line that's there disappeared between my hip and my stomach. So I thought, you know what, this is no longer a
No,
cutout.
it's not a cutout.
This now feels like a string that's just holding my stomach together. Not even holding it in; it's just holding it together. That's not the same thing. I'm gonna pass on the cutout, but yeah, no. I signed up for the Brooklyn Half Marathon in May, so I'm training. So we going ham. We going hammer time for the
Well,
next
tell
2
the
months.
listeners exactly how many miles that is.
13.1.
I never
Yes.
understood why people ran that much for
Me
fun.
neither.
Doesn't sound like fun to me.
It is.
I could drink 13 miles of bars or maybe something like that.
You talking
but-
about a 13-mile bar
Like a
crawl?
pub- like a bar crawl.
We could do
Yeah.
that. That sounds fun, but just running.
I mean,
for
I'll do that
13 miles?
after. I do that. The reward for me is usually beer and a burger after a half marathon.
I guess.
But
Do
beer
you get
and
like
a burger.
okay when you run a marathon? Is it one of those feelings where it's just like, "Ooh, I just jumped out of a plane and I made it"?
Nah.
No. What is the feeling?
It's crawling across the finish line, gasping for breath,
what is the
putting on that
feeling?
aluminum foil blanket.
Which feels crazy because it actually works.
What is the feeling though that you get from running 13.1 miles?
It's all you. It's all you. It's one of the few things you can do that has nothing to do with anybody else. So whether it's how fast you go, whether it's how your body feels at the end, whether it's you're trying to achieve something, it's got nothing to do with anybody
Sounds
else.
like a
It's
nap
just
to
you.
me, and I
Right,
can
and
nap.
I'm proud
And it
of-
feels really good when I nap.
Right. I mean, the most I could do is 2 miles. I'll run a mile and then come back the second mile and be like, "Whoo, that's it for the
It was
week."
crazy.
For
I
the
used
week,
to
the
run the
hard-
mile in college.
The
Well,
reason
not college,
the reason I feel like
but in grade school.
people think running is so boring is because you think about it like a treadmill. Running on a treadmill is boring as
Yes.
shit. When you're running outside, like you're actually running a couple miles, like the route, whatever route you can take or create can be beautiful, and you're not even aware of it after a while.
We live in
Like,
New York. I walk a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could legit run down to the water, to the East River, and just run along the water, and it could be 4 miles. You know what I'm saying? And run down and run back, and you're doing 4 miles. You won't even feel like it.
Girl, I have 2 miles in my body is what I'm telling you.
And I was about to say a 4-hour nap sounds better than 4 miles.
But
God
no, I
damn.
mean, for me, I'm running a half marathon. I wanted to run the actual marathon 2 years ago, and then broke my foot, herniated a disc,
Oh,
and
you did?
yeah,
I
all
saw
that
you
in the same
perform
year.
with
Sis, how did you
Yes.
how did you herniate the disc?
When I
Lifting-
met her,
lifting weights.
she had a whole boot on, and thankfully, like it's not like you had a whole routine. Your foot didn't affect your vocals at all.
Oh,
but
thank God.
when I did actually see you perform live,
I had on sneakers and a boot.
and a boot.
One sneaker, one boot.
Were you wearing
remember.
soldieries?
All right, we're not gonna do that now. God damn it, we're gonna get now into my freshly squeezed shit. Yep, I don't like all this shade because I know we're gonna have to talk about Florida
No,
a
but
little
we
bit
are.
more, and
But
I'm
I
upset.
will say that though, running a half marathon, setting that kind of a fitness goal for me is a part of what is going to symbolize me getting back to me in New York and what that's going to mean for 2021 for me. I feel like it's a good personal goal to set to accomplish because I just feel like I made it through winter. Great. Now we're in spring and I need something to continue to look forward to. So the running a half marathon is something that's like a personal goal.
I'm
like
sure
that.
you feel amazing after you finish too, because you're like, I'm done running.
Well, I'm done running, but it's also like, you know, I did what I said I was gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It puts more weight on my word to myself.
Oh, that's
So
great.
Shout out to
that's a
Saweetie.
big
That's
one.
probably how she feels with finally leaving Quavo.
Right.
What? I'm trying to put weight on people's words, bitch. I get it. Okay, a marathon. That's cute.
Listen, I'm an auntie and everybody is jits to me. So I'm not putting weight on anybody's word who's
Everybody's
a jit to me.
gonna do it.
Jits to me.
Jits to me.
I don't like the way y'all say that. That doesn't sound
Jits.
cool.
Jit is a terrible word. I'm
It's
so
so
upset.
bad.
Jitterbug? No? All right, never mind. All right, we ain't gonna talk about just no more. Anyway, I did want to bring up, this was not only my freshly squeezed, which is why we left it to the end because it's not hip hop, which I know y'all are so shocked. But
I am shocked.
I feel like this was actually all of our freshly squeezed, and because we all have sentiments on it, I wanted to share it. So before we get into the deep dive on his tiny desk and everything, we are talking about none other than a white man. Yes, Justin Bieber, but it sounds so good. I just hate to give all this credit to a white man on this show.
Right.
But it is so fucking good. And it's just like, goddamn, there's soul in there. And he's talking about peaches and I lived in Georgia and it's great.
I feel like at some point we need to have a segment that honors all of the soulful songs that we are pissed off that were written by white
I'm
people.
so upset.
Because there's
that white
definitely a list of those songs that people are like, wait, what?
I mean, I want to say, I don't know how recent, but like had thought that Hall & Oates was black people for the longest time.
You see?
And then I Googled and I was like, that
Is that the big white man with the beard?
No, that's Michael McDonald.
That's a white man.
That's a white
name,
man.
for sure.
That's a white man name,
That's a
yes.
white man.
I would have
When you
never
see
thought
that
Michael
man,
McDonald was a black man. But when I hear,
Michael McDonald is a white man.
is that the man that I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Screaming, can you pull up Michael McDonald? I want to be sure.
Every time you're near.
Oh,
that's
might-
Michael McDonald.
Is he When a Man Loves a Woman?
No, that's Michael Bolton.
Okay, another Michael.
But I don't think I might have actually been the Righteous Brothers that did that, not Michael Bolton.
The
Can we
fact
find
that
out?
Michael McDonald came up with
Ronald
McDonald.
McDonald.
Look at Michael McDonald. That's a white man, honey.
So that's not who I'm talking about.
Who are you talking about?
There's another current white man. Look at us trying to differentiate between
a current white man. He's current. He's still
the
alive.
Current white man. He's a bigger guy. He looks straight from like the countryside, but he has a big old beard.
Kenny Rogers.
Right. We both like, why do we both know this?
I'm like, okay. Use it in a sentence, sis. We gonna get it. Is it a noun or a
Kenny
verb?
Rogers?
No,
Who looks like the white dude that was just on TV?
Michael McDonald and Kenny Rogers do
Okay,
favor
well,
each other.
I don't know what white man it is, but he sounds good. Anyways, the white man we are talking about is Justin Bieber. And I do want
to kill me. I gotta know
bro,
who this white,
I'm gonna
guy
send it
is.
to y'all in a group chat or something after this because there is this white man that is great and he's actually
First of all, this choreo
He looks
from
like
Justin
he's
First off,
Bieber.
why
He
is he
looks like
moving
he's
like
singing, but
This is praise and worship.
stopping his
My man is in praise and worship. Look at this foot.
I'm just
Let's
mad.
call Tiny Desk.
I'm mad he got on his house clothes
I
for the
think
Tiny
he got
Desk.
that from Kirk Franklin.
That is not a house shirt. That's somebody else.
That's a sleep shirt, sis.
He look like
I hate y'all.
he is a jit compared to that shirt.
That shirt is a jit, sis.
Y'all are using it all wrong, and I'm upset. I'm upset. So this is Peaches, Justin Bieber, baby. Who is Justin talking about? We from California. Who are you? Who wrote this?
I could have done without Daniel Caesar on this, but I like
Ooh.
Giveon.
I love Giveon.
Yeah.
Is it not Jivion? Okay, I'm sorry.
Talk about a jit with her gifs.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I get it from Arizona, but California's close.
This video.
This looks COVID friendly though. No.
I'm just looking
What
at
don't you
Daniel.
like?
I could have done without Daniel all across the board.
I mean, he's not a.
He sounds fine. He's just not a
No,
looker.
he doesn't.
sis.
He doesn't sound
We
fine.
didn't. You don't think he sounds
You don't
fine?
think he
No, I
sounds
don't like
fine?
his verse. It sounds lazy to me, and I think he's a good writer. So I think this is a lazy verse.
Let me hear it. He does sound fine. I ain't gonna hold you. He don't sound fine,
No,
and they gave him a lot of camera time. Can we get?
And they're real close
we
to
get-
his face too. We are in the gap.
Give me.
We are in the gap.
We were though.
shout out to the homie Rich Fresh though, doing his custom suit for.
You know what's crazy? Giveon
Listen
don't
to
sound
Givion's
fine.
verse, bro.
He don't sound fine, but he is fine.
That's not true. He sounds fine.
He
as shit.
sounds
He's
fine to
bugging
me.
out. Right here with you to the end.
Ooh.
That's come on. Yeah, Daniel
Yeah.
Caesar lazy ass could have stayed off this record. Look at him. He me mugging in a grimace purple sweater.
Also, I'm not gonna lie. Didn't we cancel him?
We
Isn't
did.
he canceled? So why is he on this? Because this is a great song.
because he's Canadian and Bieber is Canadian and he loves Christ and
They went to
everyone
vacation.
okay, well then
Bible
he could
school
have got
together.
fucking Party Next Door. Jesus Christ, he didn't need to go there.
Or Drake.
He was not getting Drake.
He
Drake is
could've.
also Canadian.
Yeah, he
He
got the
is.
budget. Bieber got the budget. Let's
He
not
has
kid
the budget,
ourselves.
babe.
It does
Yeah.
because he's a white man.
No,
They're
well,
born
also
with
he's
budget.
a pop star.
He's a
sis.
pop
He is
star.
a pop
And
star.
he's great.
And
So-
you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed this, and I first, of course, like many people, if you guys were on your social medias over the last week, he premiered this
Not
song.
the Harlem Shake. I could have done without that too.
He did do the Harlem Shake, bitch.
Well, that looks like something
And that
else.
made the edit. But he premiered this song on his Tiny Desk.
Yes.
I feel like we've been talking about a lot of Tiny Desks on here. We
have.
talked about.
We don't want to keep talking about it.
We don't.
'cause
Oh, we
gonna
don't.
do
Oh, here? I mean, the
Sorry.
lighting is cute.
Mandy.
All right. Cut, edit.
fuck, man, yo.
Edit, cut.
Mandy cannot hold water, bro.
I can't.
That's because
It's
she's a
fucking
jit, sis.
ridiculous.
She's a jit.
A jit with a jit in her soldieries.
We gonna bleep it out. We gonna bleep it out. It's gonna sound seamless. Y'all don't know what we talking about, but we got shit coming. Anyway, no. So
We gotta cut the whole segment out.
No, bitch. Not
Just
the whole
cut
segment.
it out from Daniel's gap to now. And
Close
we're
the
back.
gap.
Well, let me
between-
ask y'all. Did y'all enjoy his
The
Tiny
song
Desk
premiere.
outside of his outfit?
Yes, because he was giving me church vibes. He was giving me R. Kelly, I Believe I Could Fly video choreography.
He was giving surprise chorus. You know, I love a pop-up chorus. Like when they're performing on stage and then a chorus. Or, no, not, you know who was good at those?
No,
Michael
it was
Jackson.
Michael Jackson was good for the arm behind the body. It was
Remember the
that's
Feely
what
song?
Bieber was giving, and
You
I'm
know
here
what?
for it, Biebs. I'm here for it, Biebs.
I am, and he did so good. And I know again,
I love
we
Justin
don't want to
Bieber.
give credit to all this to a white man, but he did so good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I just want to. It is. We just got off of fucking Black History Month, followed by Women's Month, and now we're just paying all this attention to a white man. I don't want to give it to him, but
with
I'm not gonna lie.
a black band.
With a black band, he did. He
And
did.
his band is phenomenal. The one thing I will say about Bieber, though, he's talented. We cannot take that away from him. Somebody did make a comment about some insensitivity. Scream Man, can we pull up? There was something, he had like an MLK interlude or something on this project.
Wait, did he?
MLK interlude.
Hold on, I gotta pull it up.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get it to play.
I'm
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I want white people playing MLK interludes. I'm not gonna lie.
Right,
I'm
Justice.
not-
It was called Justice. What? Or Justice the name of the project, but there was something. He had an MLK interlude lyrics.
Hold on.
Yeah, so he had like a Martin Luther King.
What is it called so I can play it? Because I want to know.
MLK interlude.
It must have came at the end of a song though, because it's not actually listed in the credits.
Oh, maybe they took it down because it was.
That does not need to be a part of. Oh,
Number 7 tracks. Look at Scream
oh wait.
Man.
Oh.
Track 7.
No, I'm sorry. I already.
This is MLK.
Oh.
All right.
This is my thought on that.
Not to Bella Noches.
You take that shit elsewhere. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, a lot of people.
There's a way to be
criticize
an ally, but there's a way to be just at this point. To me, that's pandering. An MLK interlude.
Yeah, but I have a couple thoughts on it. One, you had to think about Justin Bieber's fan base. One, right?
They're white women.
They're young white girls,
Not women.
young white girls.
girls.
Jits. They're young.
They're
They're young
juveniles. They are actual juveniles.
They're young beige jits.
Not beige.
And if this is some of them the first time or the only time they ever heard MLK speak or do something, then power to Bieber for or the label for
Nah, bro.
whatever. But also, Martin Luther King was 38 years old in that clip. In my mind, he's always just seemed like such an older dude.
But we said that even
38's
about Fred
not that far
Hampton.
off.
Fred Hampton died at 21.
And
the way they spoke and paraded and were activists at the time in such youth is something that, like I said, so actually Bridget last week she really loved how Lil Baby in his age with his demographic stepped out on the way he did with his performance at the Grammys. I will say I also had this kind of conversation regarding my mom being a white woman and her going to march during the Black Lives Matter. That is so different to me. I'm not gonna lie. I am not okay with him having an MLK interlude in his fucking project. I didn't know about that.
It feels unnecessary.
It feels like it's pandering. He's already looking like Kirk Franklin performing. And
that's not how Kirk be in a suit. I don't know what this is.
I'm talking about the footstep. He looked like a TD Jakes. Like he's feeling.
This is a 3X tall tee.
It's a. I
didn't know they sold those
It's the
anymore.
Franchise Boys tee. What did they call them in New York? They used to call them Talibans. That's what.
Wait, did they?
Tall tee.
He is just. They call it tall tees inside. He's yup in my white tee. That is what he's looking like.
These look like Jenko jeans.
They look like the jeans. They look like the jeans that unzip into
there's
shorts.
holes in his shirt. To be fair, this is what really rich white men dress like. So
yeah,
it look bad.
This is giving Hot Topic, and he probably bought it at Max Field, but it looks like Hot Topic.
It looks like a shirt that he's wearing. It's like a mechanic shirt from up the street.
Let me ask you though, Bridget.
From a man 20 years his senior and 3 times his size.
Bridget, you loved that Baby with his platform and who he is.
Yes.
Did the performance and said what he said and,
Yes.
and is bringing light to BLM, the way he is with his songs and his performances.
Yes.
Are you okay and do you feel the same knowing that we know what Justin Bieber's influence is? Are you then okay with him having the MLK interlude in his new project?
I don't think Justin Bieber has ever positioned himself politically in any way.
He harmonized nigger.
What? When did he do that? On the Tiny Desk?
He said nigga. He sung nigger.
On NPR?
With an R, I believe, too.
Is it
That's
nigga
why I'm saying it
PR?
with R. I mean, he was younger, but
He was a baby?
no, he wasn't a baby. What is it? He was a jit, but he wasn't a baby.
When he came out, he was a baby.
With a bang.
So yeah, let me see if I can find it. But I don't even want to play him harmonizing.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. So
One less lonely nigga. Wait a minute.
I think
right. See, okay.
Excuse me.
Well, I think that's
excuse
what
me.
he's singing in the clip.
No, he is. So the fact that look at Bridget's face. Yes, and now he has an MLK's voice in his project. Like, I get it. Y'all could sit here and you know what? I'm going to go ahead and throw him under the bus because he's in here. Savon said it harmonized well. So because it sounded so good.
I'm watching the mouthing of it. One less lonely nigga.
Don't do that in front of Adam Mike. That's all I'm saying. Don't do that.
Oh my God. If I kill you.
I'll be part of the cake. Oh, it was not good.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
There'll be what?
One less lonely nigga. And he said it with an R.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is something that happened. Of course, yes, he was much younger. But to me now, to be an adult and use the words of MLK in your project.
This came out in 2000. This came out in 2014. Has he acknowledged any of this?
I mean, he did issue an apology. Like, it was
because he's very visibly like 13 in this clip.
And I will say too, he is
It's giving 9.
Yeah, but he's also someone that got brought on by a black man.
Yes.
Usher is who brought him into the industry.
Right.
And so this idea that maybe he came from Hicksville, Canada, What you're shaking your head? Don't shake
Spokane,
your head
man.
over here. But I'm just saying. I just would say to add now MLK to your project when this is out about you. I don't know how I feel personally because yes, you can grow. I do believe in people changing. I do believe in people being young. But this is crazy.
What I will say, it's not crazy, and I'll tell you why. Because almost every single white person who has attempted to try to know anything about anything black has referenced MLK.
Because that's the only black person that they know.
That's the only black person that we learn about in school. So it's not that far off.
I'll be more impressed if they use
If he mentioned Fred Hampton, huh?
Well, before the movie came out.
Before the movie came
Before
out.
the movie came out. Like, bring me something that James Baldwin said. That you really want to impress me.
But even he
James
is
Baldwin
someone that, you know.
No, because he didn't. He was, or honestly, we could go as far as to say you could have quoted Louis Farrakhan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because that really would have let me know that you actually considering some deeper level of consciousness about the origins of black people. But all right.
or watching or quoting something from Shaka Zulu. Something.
Well,
that
it's also
isn't
the
MLK.
reason,
There's an avenue in every city called MLK. So
his reason for mentioning this was more.
Did he have one?
Because he has very famously over the last couple of years been a born again Christian and tried to really mimic the lifestyle of a very progressive Christian pastor.
And guess who was Christians? Slave owners.
And
but we ain't gonna get into
so
that.
we don't have to.
Oh yeah. He went to
that.
He went to that cool church where the pastor cheated on his wife.
The pastor with all the tattoos, the Jesus of Nazareth t-shirts with the holes in it,
the All Saints vest
with Yeezy season 17.
If your pastor got neck tattoos,
probably flew in on a helicopter.
Right.
That type of pastor. Yes.
with the tinted shades.
We're not going to cast any stones. We're not going to cast any stones from this couch. But I will say,
we gonna throw some pebbles though.
We gonna throw. might throw some wine glasses. No, and that's not to shade his pastor. It's not to shade him. I think his interlude had more to do with the spiritual and religious aspect of the speech about justice and seeking freedom and peace and righteousness than it did about race, than it did about anything race related.
Kill a nigger, there'll be one less. I just don't know why he sung that.
I know, but I'm just saying. The interlude was not to make a point about anything black. It really was. This was a speech that he made in the church. It's like that's the point.
I get it. It's crazy too because I guess that's even my.
It's a sermon. Like it's literally a sermon.
I get him changing, and I know that you we've semi talked about this. Even I guess that's where even. When it comes to the history of African Americans. And I understand right now we're having also this conversation regarding allies.
And Asian Americans.
Americans. We're going to get into that too. It is my full scope of what I'm understanding to where, sure, you can change, but the fact that video when you were 9, 13, 12, whatever came about, you come from a history of that. And that's where I feel is just as though and to be very honest, that's why my sister, I'll be honest with you, that's where my sister was like, no, you can't. Don't go out of March because my white side of my family said, oh, y'all black, bye. A lot of my white side of my family didn't really want nothing to do with us. I don't know much about my mom's side of my family because we're black. Mm-hmm. They're on the West Coast. They were like, oh, you got a nigger baby daddy? Oh, I'm cool on all y'all. Fine. And so to be very honest with you, that's where I still have, although we're so many eons and years out of slavery, I still have a problem with almost the pandering of white people in being a part of this movement right now. Yeah. Only because there are people that you're attached to. There are people that you communicate with. Yeah. Back to the Sharon Osbourne conversation.
Mm-hmm. And y'all saw how she came out. Y'all still gonna sit here and fight with me and tell me that she shouldn't be fired?
No, bitch. Okay. Now,
y'all gonna side with me now when I said she should be fired? And last week y'all were like, oh, it's excessive.
Okay.
Get her out of here.
But I say that to say, there's a way to be an ally without this.
I don't think he's trying to be an ally, though, is what I'm saying. I think he's more likely pandering to a religious sentiment than he is.
This is what happened. Let me tell you what happened, because I actually know what happened.
What? Oh,
so
you know Bieber?
So he wanted to throw a sermon in there, but it was going to be from the pastor with the tattoos. After he got fired, the audio had to be tossed out. They had to throw it out. Then somebody in the stool was like, well, I got these old MLK tapes in the trunk. They said, well, bring them in, Curtis.
Old MLK.
These old MLK
Curtis.
tapes.
Curtis had old MLK
Curtis
tapes.
went down to the Corolla, got the
Not
MLK
the Corolla.
threw him in there.
Or the Accord.
and
It
he
could have
said,
been
you
an
know what?
Accord. The
No,
Accord. It could have been the Accord
And then
or the
Justin
Corolla.
was like,
You're right. No, you're right.
Justin was like,
You're right.
see, I am spiritual, guys.
This is what I'm
Okay,
saying.
got you.
This is
all
way more.
right. This ain't even about BLM.
It's not about
This is
BLM.
about fucking
This
I
is
go to church.
completely about.
Oh my, but Jesus loves
It's
everyone.
yeah.
Like that's Justin Bieber's messaging now. It has been
Okay.
for the last
Justin
few years.
Bieber is the beige Chance the rapper. That's what
Yeah,
he
he is.
Is that what we're doing?
He's the beige Chance the Rapper. He is.
But I like this project. Chance's last one wasn't that
Nah,
good.
Well, nobody liked it,
Nobody
sis.
liked it either. I don't even think Jesus liked it. Sis. I think he had to talk to Jesus about that. It was not good.
You know that
Maybe we
meme?
should have had an
You know
MLK interlude on that one, Chance.
You know the meme where the guy's like taking the headphones off and he's like, that's God listening to Chance.
Nah, but I really, you know what? I don't want to excuse racism, but I also, I don't think this is a racist moment for Bieber.
Okay.
I really don't. I think this was way more pandering to people that need Christ. I think it was more so like, no, this is a sermon. Look, it's way more.
I hate when you do your voice like that.
Always because that's how I envision Justin Bieber be like,
Oh my God, if we put this on her,
Guys,
everyone's gonna
bro,
love
you know what we
Christ.
should do, bro?
Everyone's
It would
gonna
be
love Christ.
dope, bro. Honestly, this is
Wait, no, you gotta finish. What did he say? You gotta,
bro. This is Justin
no, you didn't
tithing.
finish. You didn't finish.
This is Justin
What
tithing.
did Justin Bieber say in that voice?
It's like, hey, bro, you know what we should do? It would be sick if we threw Jesus on the project. You know what I mean?
In a way, what, via who?
It was like, we should, hey, Curtis, you got those cassettes?
not Curtis with the cassettes.
Let's throw MLK on an interlude,
And it's
bro.
like, oh yeah, that would be dope, bro. Yeah, that's totally sick. I'm gonna put on this big ass baggy shirt, and
Mind
then I'm
you,
gonna perform in my
mind you,
house.
Curtis looks like Daniel Caesar.
Oh, you know, Curtis.
And Curtis is just happy to be here.
Curtis is Daniel's dad. Sis. Curtis sees
All
him.
right.
No.
Y'all.
So yeah, so that's really all that is. But I do want us to segue into the conversation that we've been wanting to kind of step around, but tiptoe around.
Yeah.
Because there was a really horrific, racially charged and misogynistic hate crime that was
Yeah.
committed in Atlanta, Georgia last week.
Prayers to everyone lost. There were 8 lives taken
Yes.
during this awful massacre, I would say.
I would also and I would also like to make 2 points that I think are really important. Number one, fuck you, major media outlets who are continuing to call this a murder or a mass murder
Or
alleged,
a bad day.
alleged racist. Here's the thing. Racists don't have to tell you that they're racist. Okay? Everyone else gets to decide based on your behavior whether or not you're racist.
Right.
You don't get to determine whether or not you're racist. Number
Right.
2, the Asian population in the state of Georgia is 4.4%.
Is it really only that?
4.4%.
Can we look up Atlanta though? So I will. Can you look up the Asian population in Atlanta? Only because I lived in
Sure.
Atlanta. I went to high school in Atlanta and was there as an adult. Buford Highway is Asia. To me, in growing up in Atlanta and being in Atlanta, you have black, whites, and Asians. I'll be honest with you. I would be curious to know the Asian population in Atlanta. If we can get that up.
Okay. So it's increased.
No. In Atlanta, all of Buford Highway is Asia. To me, from my experience of
That's
living in
fine.
Atlanta.
I'm just talking about per capita.
Does
Okay.
it say 42%?
Not of Atlanta.
Oh, that's
Can you scroll up to demographics of Atlanta, please?
Yeah, demographics of Atlanta.
No, not that. Scroll up. Demographics of Atlanta, Wikipedia. Boom.
Only because, yeah. Okay. Oh wait, it's not Asian. Oh, Asian American is only 3.2%. That is surprising too. Okay.
Asian population in Atlanta,
Interesting.
3.2%.
Okay.
And you killed 8 Asian women.
Wow.
Or 6 Asian people too. I think the other 2 were
Were they
something
not?
else.
They were Pacific.
Okay.
Well,
Pacific Islanders.
Asian American, Pacific Islander. Either way,
Either way.
you killed 8 people. 6 out of the 8 were Asian American of Asian descent, Pacific Islander descent.
And then the police chief got on TV and said, well, he was having a bad day.
a bad day.
And this is what he did. Sorry? Beg pardon?
Yeah, I had a problem with that too.
I mean, here's the main problem I had, because there's two problems I have. The number one problem I have is that this is normal now. I'm desensitized.
Hate crimes are normal, or what is normal?
Hate crimes.
Yes. Are normal.
Hate crimes are normal.
Point, yes.
Right? White extremists, because I refuse to call them supremists because they're not supreme.
We can call them terrorists.
We're gonna call them extremists because they have very extreme radical beliefs that are completely irrational and not rooted in any fact.
Yeah.
So we'll just call them white extremists. White extremists get away with this kind of shit all the time. I'm desensitized to it at this point. That's my first problem, is that I'm desensitized to it. That this has become normal for a white male to pick up a firearm and literally spray whoever, let it go off and kill several people. The same situation with the white guy that killed the nine black people, members of the church.
Well, hold on, that's not even okay. But you didn't even finish. It's the new normal is them killing people and then being apprehended alive.
Being apprehended alive,
that's a whole nother part.
That's a whole nother other part.
And having an explanation made for the reasoning behind that. For them.
You guys have seen all the memes and stuff. It's if you're black, you're a terrorist. If you're brown, if you're black, you're a thug. If you're brown, you're a terrorist. If you're Hispanic, you're a criminal. If you're white, he's a nice guy. He was a great kid.
He was a wonderful son.
He was a youth pastor.
So that's the first problem that I have. The second problem that I have is that a lot of journalists have come up with different ways in which to try to somehow connect Black alliance and black and
you taking it there?
I am, because I'm tired of media outlets and journalists always finding a way to connect or presenting an opportunity for Black people to be an ally in some other way, rather than really highlight the root of the issue, which has nothing to do with Black people at all in any capacity. It really has to do with white extremists, white racism, the idea of white supremacy.
And I wasn't sure if I even wanted to speak to that. It's crazy because I was having these conversations with my friends, and I mean, I have Asian friends, so of course I don't believe anyone should be killed. But again, the fact that the narrative is pushing...
But I'm putting the onus on journalists. I'm not putting the onus on anybody else, because the fact that as Black people, we are being positioned in a way to I wouldn't say care, because we do believe, I mean, of course, Black Lives Matters. We don't want to get into all lives matters, because that's not what I'm going to make of this. But there is an agenda of journalists now pushing that Black people present our movement, because they are also essentially minorities here in the U.S., but they also take up like 1/3 of the globe. But that's another conversation. I would say my issue here is the fact that early on in COVID, in Asia, in China, in a lot of places over there, they weren't letting Black people into even establishments. I will also say, if we go back to the Rodney King riots, in the divide that has also been drawn between the Black and Asian community, that never left. Right. And it is, I would say, I would blame the journalists, to where they're pushing this narrative that now, let's take a break from Black Lives Matter. Black people, you're not the only one. See, all lives matter.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what the journalists are for sure doing, and I don't like that shit.
That's what some of them are doing.
I don't like that shit.
That's what some of them are doing. But also, it's like... you comparing apples to oranges, I feel like, at this point too.
Well, I think there's room to have both. This is a very nuanced situation. It's very layered. So there's room to have the conversation about the fact that when we discuss people of color, and I say that in quotations because for the most part, statistically, what we've experienced as people of color, we have been discriminated against by several members of the Asian community. And it's not an unpopular opinion. It's statistically shown.
It's a fact.
I'm happy to look it up.
Listen, I got lots of beauty supply stores in my neighborhood, and
there are plenty. They
follow you around like white people do.
There are plenty of Asian-owned companies and stores that make hair, that sell hair, that cater to Black communities, that post up in Black communities.
Yes,
and
they make money from the Black community, and then they take that money and they take it back to their community.
Well, not even just they take it back to their community. They still discriminate against Black people.
The community that they're in.
And so the community that they're in. And so in those conversations, we can have two conversations. We can have the conversation which is rooted in this white extremism and white terrorism in this country is out of fucking control, and it should be a lot harder to get away with murder in this country than it is to be a white person, right? That's one completely separate issue. The other issue that needs to be addressed is that the onus and the pressure and the responsibility needs to stop falling on Black people to take up the fight of every other race and every other minority in this country when that fight does not, that same vigor and energy is not shown during a Black Lives Matter protest.
I agree.
And it's not shown during any other issues that are statistically, for the most part, Black issues. So we can have both of those conversations.
I agree.
I can still feel like, you know what? This is a really important time to have conversations with leadership in philanthropies and nonprofits and activist organizations between Asian American communities and African American communities. This is a good time for us to have those conversations about how we can be allies for each other against white extremism and white terrorism. But I also think that some of that responsibility needs to fall on the media outlets that continue to perpetuate this narrative that this is an opportunity for Black people to step up and be an ally. Stop that.
I mean, we're still fighting for ourselves.
In addition, now they want us to fight for every minority because we're that much of good people. We take the burden in of everyone.
It's still driving the all lives matter narrative. That's all that is to me. That's driving the all lives matter narrative. It's meant to distract from the fact that Breonna Taylor was shot while she was sleeping
a year ago,
and her killers are still with jobs and still free and still carrying on as if nothing happened.
Can I also say one of the other narratives that I'm upset about? I
also look really crazy talking about this with a wine bottle in my hand.
No, you look fine.
No, you look like
fine. You look like an auntie, baby. I will say one of the other narratives that I dislike about this entire thing that happened in Atlanta was the association to him possibly being a sex addict and this being a sex worker driven crime. I think that there's a lot of with SESTA, FOSTA, and a lot of government laws coming into play that do not protect sex workers, but the idea that these were automatically assumed to be sex workers as women that were, or just establishments that offered massages. I mean, again, I'm on a sex podcast. I'm considered a sex worker. Anything that you do with that space, again, you're considered a sex worker. I just hate that this has also been driven or guided by journalists as a hate crime towards sex workers, only because there is a lot of lack of empathy when it comes to crimes of sex workers, whether they be prostitutes, whether they be escorts, whether it be a stripper, whether it be anyone using sex as an advantage or a financial gain in their life. For whatever reason, people almost want to dehumanize sex workers. And so I hate that the narrative has been also added to these people in these spas, but like that they were potentially giving happy endings sex work.
But even if they were sex workers, they're still human beings. Still humans. You still killed 8 people. You this. If and when his ass gets out of jail or whatever, they post his bail. If he was gonna get,
by the way, his name is Robert Aaron Long.
He's 21.
21. He's 21.
Well, he looks terrible
because white people age that way.
No. Hate makes you ugly.
There we go.
People who hate things and people who are racist and people who are not nice are ugly people on the outside. He's disgusting.
Only 21.
He's giving Duck Dynasty beard. He looked disgusting.
Oh no, don't do that. I love
she likes shit like that.
Okay.
She be watching niggas.
Well, I also met them in person, and I spent some time with them, and I really do enjoy them as human beings.
And you don't think when you left they were like one less lonely nigga? You think that Duck Dynasty niggas was like, okay, come on, sis. All right, and then as soon as you went, nothing about what they got going on makes me feel like they didn't do that to you.
I don't think they did.
Oh my God.
I really don't. I really don't think they did. I'm more pissed off because I have this same Carhartt jacket. This man is a fucking embarrassment.
I got my dad that jacket.
He looked like he spent every Saturday at Cabela's.
I told y'all I ain't know nothing about Carhartt. That's why. Because killers be wearing it.
Well, show the picture of him without the hat.
He got a picture without the hat?
There we go. Oh, 21, bro. That's a hard life right there.
No, he lived a hard life if he looked like that at 21.
Well, how old do we think he looked like? He's at least 37.
35. Yeah.
It's giving 30. Oh no!
Oh my God.
That's him. Wow. Google him and just scroll through and just yuck.
Listen,
I
this
hate
country is
both of
nuts.
y'all.
But yeah, it's not, and it's not to say that we don't stand with our Asian American
Because we
Pacific
do.
Islander
Yeah,
people. We do.
yes, for
and
sure.
and by all means, the part that I hate about this though too as a woman
Drive it
is
back.
that we keep making excuses. Even if this was centered, or even if this was. Let's just go out on a fucking limb. Let's just go out on a limb. It's a limb. It's a far limb. It's a limb that's leaning a little to the left and barely hanging on by a thread. But we're gonna go on this limb, and I'm gonna say in this limb that maybe it wasn't racially motivated. Maybe this was a real sex addiction crime.
Okay.
Why do women have to keep paying for?
Nope.
Why do women have to keep paying for the issues and the problems and and suffer the consequences surrounded by men that have a certain state of mind and men that exist in a certain space where they feel like they can do this to women?
It goes back.
Keep going. Keep going.
Goes
Hold on.
back.
Both of y'all. Let's drop
It goes
it.
back to what we were talking about with the dating stuff. Men are raised to it's almost like people don't raise boys the right way. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to talk about how they feel. They don't know how to communicate what they're going through. They hold it all inside. Men don't cry. Boys don't have feelings. You know what I'm saying? And women we're allowed to be more emotional, but then we're supposed to pick up the pieces of some man child who doesn't know how to go to therapy or like deal with his emotions.
And of course, because we have so many male listeners, I don't want this to also feel like male bashing, because I want all of you to know that there are also women not willing to work with you through that trauma,
Right.
but we're willing to allow you to express yourselves, to be emotional, to cry. Those
But
things that
also-
you don't feel like you're allowed to do.
But
you
also-
can do, and as adult women, we allow that.
There are women who allow it. There are women who won't allow it. There are men who do it, and there are men who don't do it.
But there are also more women willing to take that journey with you if you can acknowledge that it's a journey you need to take and it's a level of unpacking that you need to get to. There's more women that are willing to take that ride knowing what they're signing up for. Right? There just are. We come on here every week and we talk about women that are like, yeah, well, she should just leave him. And to Boosie's point, right? When Boosie is quoting Boosie.
we're quoting Boosie.
Yeah.
We quoted Boosie?
Yeah.
This that type of podcast.
Mr. Write Me Down?
I told you we're on a fucking limb that's hanging on by a thread. So I'm gonna quote
What did Boosie say, bitch?
to Boosie's point about the fact that women don't ride for the man that's that's going through shit and going through whatever. There are women that do. There's a lot more women willing to ride.
I ain't with them.
Hold on.
No, but there's a lot more women who do stay
There's
and who
more
do
women
ride
who do
and who
stay.
do wait.
You're right,
So
you're right.
if you have a woman and you know that as a man and you know that a woman is going to ride, whether it's stupid or not, if you know that, do the fucking work. Do the work and fix the shit that you know needs to be fixed. And in that situation, sometimes it could be too little too late, but not always. Not always. Do the work. I'm tired of situations like this, watching where it's like, well, you know, he had a sex addiction. So you couldn't figure it the fuck out? So you couldn't just beat off? You had to shoot these people?
Yeah.
Right. You had to kill women? You had to kill mothers because you could not just fucking jerk off at home?
But there's some really
I
good
also feel
fleshlights
like-
out here now.
Well,
Like, get
girl,
a fleshlight.
I mean, if I had to use a fleshlight, I would be sad too. But I feel like
He looks sad anyway.
There are
Sad.
but there's plenty of people who have sex addictions, and they don't kill people. They just cheat on the person that they're with.
listen.
All right.
But I'm saying,
Listen.
but that if we gonna talk about sex addictions, he didn't have sex with the bodies.
This is one of those situations you should have gone Eric Benet.
There you go. And I was thinking about him.
You were?
I was
Wait, what
thinking
did
about
Eric
him.
Benet do?
Oh, Eric Benet fucked up with Halle
cheated
Berry.
on Halle Berry.
Okay, but
And he
Jay-Z
was
cheated
and
on
his
Beyonce, Quavo
No,
cheated on
no.
Saweetie.
But his excuse was that he
His
was
excuse
a sex
was that he was a
addict.
sex addict. That's why he cheated on Halle Berry. So that's why I'm saying just Just cheat on your woman if that's what. Don't kill people.
Innocent people who have nothing to do with
don't
your
even know
addiction.
you.
So now we're
Uh,
condoning. We're just telling men to cheat on their women.
No,
All right, ladies.
but no.
We are taking this far left. No, because now I have to step in. You guys cannot sit here and just be like, just cheat on your woman.
No,
Then
that's
the man
not
will be
what we're
like,
saying.
I
That's
was
not what I'm
going.
saying.
I was going to kill if I
That's
didn't
not
cheat.
what I'm saying.
I don't want to give
Well, I
excuses
mean,
to the men.
We're not giving them excuses.
Women,
I'm
women
saying
don't,
go to
women,
therapy.
I'm
I'm saying take your ass
here we
to the
go.
therapy.
Please go to therapy.
Can I ask y'all? Do y'all think Lil Mama needs therapy?
Yep.
Okay.
Probably.
So while we're on the
There's
conversation
a
of
number of
sexuality,
Yep.
Lil Mama, and I don't want to play her audio. Y'all can look it up. She did come out. She was on an Instagram live where she was talking about sexuality to an extent, I think, as it was being pandered to adolescents. She said she is about to start a heterosexual rights movement. So anti-LGBTQ bullying. She said, y'all fight so hard to be respected, and some of you, not all, get a kick out of bullying people for having an option.
I think she meant to write opinion.
I know. Yes. Is that what did I read?
She wrote option. You read the right word.
She
wrote honest
she-
opinion.
I think she meant to write opinion.
Okay, it was supposed to be opinion. Oh, wait, no. No.
you just lift your-
Let me see.
It says opinion. It looked like
No, because option for how they dress.
No, I think it's having an opinion.
Okay, about how they dress, how their hair or makeup looks, how much money they have, etc. There are so many people afraid to give their honest opinion.
Opion, because
That's what
she
I say,
clearly
opion.
meant to say it
Opion.
twice. So she fucked it up twice. Carry on.
Okay, she fucked it up twice. Honest opinion, because if they do, the LGBTQ plus
bullying her.
will hear what they want to hear and take statements out of context. I don't have to prove myself by reminding people that I have loved ones of LGBTQ plus community. When I speak, I'm not trying to hurt anyone. I'm just speaking my truth like you all. She basically wrote this message.
Can we go on to the next slide? Because I want to know what prompted this.
Well, no. So if you want, I can.
Because she
play
was
it.
accused of being transphobic.
Yes, and I will play it then. This is what she said that led to her releasing this statement. Oh shit, hold on.
We still
I'm
listen to
playing
Justin Bieber. You over here giving him all the streams.
Don't damn, he got
You
all
giving
the,
him all
he
the
getting all the motherfucking dollars from me.
Girl.
So this is what
Okay.
So yeah, that's what she had to say. I will say real quick too, before we get into this, because I think that this is a very serious conversation. So we about to get a little serious. But I will say, as someone who identifies as bisexual, first off, sexuality is not a choice.
She did say choose.
great
And
way
the
to
fact that
start,
she said
yes.
choose to be gay, choose to be lesbian, choose to be, as far as sexuality, I don't come out of the womb and just be like, okay, I'm a female. I was born hetero cis female, and I'm attracted to men because this is how I was born. And amongst my livelihood, I choose to like the same sex. That's not how it works. I love to bring this back up because, and I think I brought it up eons ago. Save the Last Dance. I'm sorry.
We're
but
quoting
I
Save
know-
the Last Dance
That's
right
what I'm
now?
quoting. Because she says,
mean,
Going
Justin-
from Boosie.
I know.
If Justin
To say
Bieber
the
is
last
quoting
dance.
MLK, we're just on brand.
We're doing hip hop Juilliard right now.
So,
In cargo pants.
this thing right here.
Live your dreams.
But no, the Kerry Washington's character says, Derek, you can't choose who you love, Derek. And that's how she says Derek's name. And I say that to say,
Does she do the teeth?
Derek.
Yeah, it's Kerry
Maybe.
Washington.
Kerry Washington, of course. But I say that to say, you literally, and you know this from growing up in just period, growing up. I used to hunch some of my friends, and I ain't gonna say their names, but
Since you was me tooing people, some jits.
no, first off,
You was me. You was
we
a
agreed
jit.
to hunch
Me
each other
tooing jit.
because we were playing teacher student, okay?
Teacher
Oh,
student
shit.
Y'all was playing Mary Kay Letourneau. That's what y'all was playing on.
Playing some bullshit. We're playing some bullshit. But I say that to say there was a lot of curiosity in me growing up, whether I liked my best friends or whether I liked the guy who, the boy who sat next to me, and the idea that straight is just right, and the problem that this anti-LGBTQ bullying concept is the fact that the idea that you believe that straight is right and gay or same sex is wrong does have homophobic underlying tones to where you believe that straight is the way to be and anything else is wrong. I will also, and I want to allow Bridget to speak, because when we kind of had this like, oh, this is a touchy subject, I want to talk on it. She had a really good take, because outside of sexuality, sexuality is not a choice. It's not. It's your feelings. It's who you're attracted to, and a lot of times we can't help what we're attracted to.
When we
I like skinny ass niggas where I can count their ribs. I can't help that I'm not attracted to fat niggas. I can't.
when
I can't.
she-
Can't help it.
But you know what? Some people might call you fat phobic.
Exactly, and it's
And
not, but also-
everything is not a thing.
because of my preference.
However, the one thing that she did say, which I thought was very interesting about her niece coming to her and saying, "I want to be a boy." That's not the same thing as
sexuality.
I am a boy.
As I am a boy. I want to wear this because this is me. This is who I am. I think this way. I feel this way. I am. Is very different. Also, we have to make the distinction between gender identity and sexuality, because they're not the same.
What are they?
Gender
not?
identity.
They're not what?
Gender identity
same.
and sexuality are not the same. They're not the same.
In case you thought.
What you're attracted to and so on and so forth. Again, number one, not a choice. Number two, the realization and the coming full circle with your truth may not necessarily happen until you've gone through puberty, where your sexuality is concerned. Almost every single male and female that I know that is gay or lesbian knew at an early age, just never really walked in their truth and was able to live in their truth until very later on in life.
Right.
Most of the time, not always. Sometimes they grow up in an environment that conditions them to feel comfortable and safe being who they are and living their truth, and that's wonderful. If
Yes.
not, they're not able to do that and really make that adjustment lifestyle wise until they're adults, right? Or even teenagers. The difference is with gender identity. It's really has more to do with, and Screaming, I wrote it, I appreciate you, an individual individual's personal sense of having a particular gender. That has nothing to do with being attracted to or making a decision about a quote unquote, as Lil Mama called it, adult decision. Your identity is not an adult decision. It's not. What colors your parents can't tell you what colors you like, what foods you like. They can't. They can decide what they want to feed you, but if you don't like it, you're not going to eat it. Your parents don't tell
Your
you.
analogies be so good, bro.
But I think this is.
I feel like I need a blunt. I'm like, ew.
right? You feel like we gotta be high to listen to Bridget talk.
I'm like, this is so deep, sis. Y'all should put some stars on the ceiling and turn the lights off.
We have them behind us. The only reason they don't flash is because it conflicts with the other lights, but they can flash. Yes, this is the curtain. It's the best thing.
Me and Mandii are like, what, bro? Oh.
Bitch, I wish we had some blunts. with this.
Man, we would have been full Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure right here.
It is. Mandii and I are very Harold and Kumar off camera.
You know,
but
okay.
I love that for y'all.
But for real, I think this distinction is really important, because we watched a lot of celebrities come out and speak against the encouragement that Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade had around their daughter Zaya, you know, coming out about who she is and wanting the world to be accepting of,
which is crazy because
her truth.
Boosie, who you tweeted earlier, his issue was if he cut off his dick right now, how he know he ain't gonna want a woman or a man later? And they tied gender identity to
With
sexuality,
which has
and that is the
nothing
difference. We
to
don't
do
know
with it.
just because
Nothing.
Well, because even and I hate to bring up another white man, but Bruce Jenner, sorry, he's a white woman now.
Caitlyn
actually still dates and is intimate with women. So just because she viewed himself. Sorry, y'all.
Ooh, sis, that go to wine.
I know, bitch. They gonna kill
Push
me.
the wine glass away.
But Caitlyn Jenner, as a woman, even though she transitioned from a man to a woman, still dates women.
Yeah.
So I love that. This is the
But
conversation.
she now identifies as a lesbian.
But that's what I'm saying.
But
And
she
that's what she's
identifies
saying.
as a woman.
But that's what she's
so
saying.
her
So-
sexual orientation did not change.
So Zaya Wade wanting to identify as she, her, and being a woman because Zaya said,
that's her.
this is
That's
how
her
I want
sense
to
of who
live.
she is. This is who she is.
We can't sit here and say that Zaya's sexuality is going to
It's
change
tied to that.
just because she wants to
she could-
identify as a she.
No,
which
but this is what people who think like Lil Mama are saying. A child doesn't know who they are.
But that's bullshit. Do you know why? Because we all had boyfriends and girlfriends.
Well, I didn't have no boyfriend girl because my parents were real strict. But
Me either.
and I didn't have no
Patient life.
girlfriends yet. So also that. But a lot of people think like this think kids don't know anything. They don't know no better. Especially before puberty, you don't know nothing about who you are before you turn 12, 13. That's what these people are saying.
Which is so ignorant. And
That's ignorant.
It is ignorant, but also you do have to think about how your body is flooded with hormones at that age. So I guess these people are all scientists now, and they're like, well, when the hormones come, you're going to change your mind.
To be honest, I was
part.
more confused during puberty than I was any other time in my life.
I was about to say, I was humping my teddy bears,
confused the
bitch.
fuck out of me.
I didn't know if my teddy bears
You
was
was humping
gone.
everything, sis.
I was a
pumping
skinny-
my bedpost,
Oh,
bitch.
shit.
Anything that could cause friction against
I
this
was a
clitoris,
skinny
I was trying to get
tomboy.
it.
I was a skinny
Same,
tomboy.
same.
And I had
Oh no,
puberty.
I had hips early. They thought I was pushing out babies. At
I had
12.
ass, but I didn't have no hips. So I was in
okay.
Mrs. Jeans because it was like my side
Miss.
profile looked stupid.
You was in juniors.
I was no. I was in the Miss section with that high ass, that stupid ass inseam that came up to my fucking titty
Bro,
line.
you was doing the
At
mom
10.
jeans
I
before
was
the mom
doing
jeans
the mom
were cool.
jeans before the mom jeans.
An innovator.
Yeah, Jordache.
was a whole
I was in
innovator.
Jordache before it was a vibe. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying?
Levi's was expensive, bitch. You
I
know.
was in Jordache.
Not the
get-
501s.
Let's get to the Kmart.
We
Route
was never at
66,
Levi's.
baby.
We was definitely in
We
mud.
was definitely with the Route 66 at
Or
the
the-
Kmart.
We
the
were
glow
definitely
jeans.
the glow. Yeah,
The glow jeans.
the mud jeans with 2 D's. MUDD.
mud.
They had those.
With the
They had those
handprint.
at Dillard's. You know those.
With the handprint on
You
the.
know, it was at Dillard's.
And
honey.
listen, only the ladies know what we're talking about right now. Sorry for the male
if you was
listeners.
if you was at Dillard's, you knew what's up. So
If you was at Marshalls or TJ Maxx, you
or
know what
Filene's
pants.
basement,
Or
you knew what's
Kmart.
up.
And
know
you
what-
really
or
had
Century
money,
21.
and
or
you really
Conway. Century 21 was when you had money.
Then you really had money.
I didn't go to
when you
Century
also
21
got
until
the-
I had money, but
got the-
I was at Conway though.
Got the
or
seven,
Daffy's.
7
Daffy's.
If you was from New York, you know about
Daffy's,
Daffy's.
Strawberry, Jimmy Jazz,
Nah, Jimmy Jazz still lit.
VIM.
Okay, I'm
VIM.
gonna give it up for
RIP
the
to
South
VIM.
real quick. So shout out to Demo. Shout out to Limited 2 in the mall.
Now, we had Limited
Also,
2. We had
also
Limited
shout
2.
out then to JCPenney's and
Yeah.
Sears because
Sears.
had it.
Sears was the best because Sears meant you had more time because that means that your parents were going to be in the appliance section trying to get that sale,
fridge.
that layaway situation, and you had time to be in the junior
But
section
also shout out to
browsing.
Sears because I was a thick bitch all my life, and they had a petite section, and the petite was to where the
Oh,
jeans.
thick petite.
Yeah, but they weren't. It's because they weren't long.
Oh, Pacific.
All right.
You got the Pacific jeans?
Yes, bitch.
Remember, shout out to Kohl's too, because remember they.
Pacific teeth.
Just because y'all are tall bitches, we're not. gonna do
Sis,
this.
I am 5'4". Okay,
5'8".
I don't know
Damn.
nothing about tall.
The thinness, though, the thinness adds length. to
Okay, you
I
see
feel
that?
like.
I'm a small forward in the WNBA. Let me rock out.
You said 5'11"?
5'8".
Oh, I heard.
Almost.
It's the same,
Almost.
same difference to me.
Almost.
Facts.
No, but I say to bring it full circle, I say all that to say, I think in situations like this, it's really important, which is something that I learned very early on in this podcast, right? In speaking on how people deal with children when you're not a parent and you're not a mother. it's very tricky. It's a slippery slope. And I think Lil Mama put herself out on that. She went up on that hill and on that slope without having been a mother. And
she said, "I'm gonna die on this hill."
And said she
Not
would
only
die on
that,
this
then
hill.
she said, "I can't be transphobic. Y'all call me Lil Bow Wow." All right, bitch.
All right.
Well, she's
so-
saying, how am I transphobic if I'm Bow Wow? Because it's almost as if the people who are calling her Bow Wow are themselves transphobic.
Well, she's also coming at it from a place of how could I possibly be transphobic when my family members are LGBTQ? You sound like Karen at the
I have a
PTA
black
meeting
friend.
with I have a black friend.
I have a black husband.
Girl, enough. So I just think we have to be really careful with making
agree.
those distinctions because I don't think gender identity at a young age is not tied to a sexual attraction whatsoever. Stop sexualizing gender identity because it really has less to do with that and more to do with a child's confidence. And if parents were more aware and more in tune with their level of responsibility in implementing confidence into their child, the gender identity conversation would not feel so heavy because it would be stop sexualizing it. Stop sexualizing a kid's gender identity. I listened to there was a clip on Twitter that someone had reposted, and it was a story that, sorry to mention another white man, Mandii, but it was a dad that was coming to the defense of his daughter who was born a boy and really felt throughout went and did everything that her dad asked her to do. Went through all the sport, did everything, played football, did swimming, played hockey, did all of the things to
And
try
wasn't
to
happy.
and wasn't happy. And her dad got to a place where it was like, listen, if we continue on this path and you're unhappy and you're not comfortable in who you are and you don't, and you're just doing this to make me proud. Like it got to the point and the dad said he realized that he was on the wrong track with his kid when she came to him and said, "Dad, if I wear the boys' clothes for this, can I do this? If I wear boys' clothes to this, can I do that?"
She was trying to
she was trying to compromise who she felt like she was in order to make her dad proud.
Now I'll say I don't have white tears, but I do.
I don't have. It's less about white tears. It's less about white tears and more about.
Sorry, I'm like this is a cute story, though.
She said cute story, bro.
No, but
Fuck them kids is really what she wanted.
Is what she wanted to say.
I would say to full circle this, I think it truly has more so to do with hetero people just feeling like that is right, when also we started this podcast by talking about how a hetero couple was miserable. Saweetie was miserable. She said, "I wasn't happy, I left." Like, so the idea, if you can find happiness in any other person, the idea that anti-LGBTQ bullying, whatever, I don't know why everyone is so concerned about who anyone else is laying with behind closed doors.
I know, but
especially because it's hetero shit. But hetero isn't right. Hetero doesn't mean happiness.
I don't think that's the point that she's making. Either way, I don't think that's
Either
the
way,
point.
yeah, no.
I don't think that's the point. For the most part, anybody is really making in this argument. I think the real argument needs to be that. And I know it sounds really kumbaya, but I gotta say it.
Come on, kumbaya.
It's kumbaya as fuck, and it's unrealistic. But to lead with love, like really take pride in, as a parent, if you are a parent and you have a child and you question your child's identity, or you feel like your child is questioning their identity, it's really your job to create a safe environment and space for them to figure it out on their own and not decide, not choose, because no one's choosing who they are. No, people either are or they aren't. And and if you were born biologically a boy and you feel like a girl and that is how you choose to identify, that needs to be honored.
Do that shit.
But I do think that we also have to say this.
Yes.
We have to say this.
Before we get out of here.
We gotta say this, okay? Because yes, and we don't get to choose who we are. We don't get to choose our gender identity or how we feel on the inside. But you gotta admit that it is more common that people are now identifying as they, them, or, whatever they decide their pronoun is. You could tell how old somebody is based on like what they profile looks like, what they say and they don't say. But
especially on Zoom, they under 30 if they got he/. him.
Right. You be like,
She, her.
People like Brian. Nobody was asking. Nobody was curious about that. Okay, but
yes.
but it's all over TikTok. It's all like kids are very impressionable, and it's now more common than ever before that people are more fluid. They're this, they're that.
Yes.
So some of these kids that are seeing their favorite influencers or their favorite celebrities or whatever identify as other things, some people think that these kids are saying that they're something else because the people that they admire are also something else.
I just had this conversation with my homegirl.
Identifying as other. And I think that is something that we have to... Kids
Right.
are dumb.
So Reeezy, I'll be honest with you. I just had this conversation, and now I feel like we're not going to be able to get the Justice League. Hey, Alex, I owe you $20. That's fine. 40, I think, now. But I'll be honest with you. I just had that conversation with my friend. And as a millennial, of course, we grew up in a different way and what was accepted, what wasn't, what we could talk about. And the idea that there's an agenda, I hate.
Sorry, our screen man just Googled Mad Money and there's Mad Money on the screen. Bro.
Mad money, 2 Ds like mud.
Mad Money.
Like mud with a handprint.
Mood.
I'll be honest with you. My issue with that sentiment is I know so many people my age in the millennial generation that grew up and were unhappy.
Yes.
Because they were unable to be who they truly wanted to be because of society, because of their parents, because of how they thought people would view them. And so I love the idea that adolescents or teenagers or children can be proud in being who they are without fear of not being accepted by everyone involved. And so that's the conversation I literally just had with my homegirl. Like, there's no agenda to push this gay or trans or whatever agenda onto children. It's the agenda to know that you will be accepted no matter who you want to have sex with, how you want to identify. And I think that means so much more because there's so much trauma built up. The idea of a DL community comes from us not accepting men.
From us continuing to drive this idea that everyone's choosing this. Everyone's
and it's
choosing
not a
this
choice.
lifestyle.
It's literally who you are. And so the idea that like right now, there may not even be a DL community as prominent as when we were growing up.
Right.
It's now the idea that people are bisexual and honing in as a man. I'm bisexual. Right. Not that I'm DL, not that I'm dating women and on the back end having sex with men because this is what I want. There's an idea that a person can come in and be themselves. And I think that that's what's important.
I don't think that there's a gay agenda.
No,
people who say that, I'm like, they're probably also flat earthers.
But I also,
they are flat earthers. Don't do that.
They're flat earthers.
No, they're not. They're not. Hey.
But I also...
I'm dating a flat earther, and I think that he is very accepting of all sexualities and genders and identities.
I also think that there has to be conversations around why. I always ask, my mom used to ask, no. I'm just saying as a parent, right? Like I would just say shit sometimes and my mom would just look at me and be like, okay, why?
Can I ask you a question?
And it empowered me to really think about why. Not like
why do you like crab? Why do you like certain salads?
Well, here's
why do
the
you
thing.
like
it's
the,
not
the,
it's
the,
not
certain
about
things that you like? Why do you like? Can you really answer why you like seafood?
It's not. Yeah, I love
it. Tastes good. Sis.
I love salt. I love the saltiness of it. I love seafood. I can explain to you pretty much all the whys. As a kid, though, kids ask why for everything. So I don't think it's that out of pocket to ask a kid why. Oh, you love that? Why?
Right.
Why?
But
not why like ew, why, not a judgy why, but like a like ew, why?
I ain't gonna hold you.
Not a black girl why.
If I
had a daughter, if I was a mother and I had a daughter who decided she wanted to put on clothes that were boys clothes, and that was comfortable for her, cool, okay. I mean, where's she gonna get them from? Okay, cool. Why? That's more comfortable for you than wearing. You never want to wear pink.
But
you are absolutely against pink. Okay, cool.
But you know
why?
what's so wild about that why is since I started therapy in January, okay, shout out to Lydia. Hey
Lydia, holding it down.
Shout out to Lydia. Ever since I started therapy, because in my mind, I think I had a different idea of what therapy was going to be for me. I thought I was going to talk to somebody who had the answers and then I was just going to feel better. But when I talk to her about how I'm feeling or whatever, she'll be like, well, why do you feel like that? and what do you want him to say? And how does that make you feel? And since starting therapy, now when I start to feel a way, I'll ask myself,
Why?
And
not in a judgy way.
Why do I
because
feel like that?
The thing is, more kids, especially with
You
kids,
should ask the why.
You should always ask a why.
Everyone should be asking themselves why they do what they do or feel how they feel.
Especially because, like Reeezy said, we are coming up in a generation where a lot of things are trendy and attention seeking.
Yes.
So the way that you can differentiate between what's attention seeking and what is genuinely someone crying out for help and validation in who they are is to ask why. Because a kid, for the most part, if you're like, oh, that's great, you could just say, validate them as for who they are and be like, oh, that's great. Why? Why do you feel that way? Why do you love this instead?
And listen to what...
Because sometimes
Right.
the answer might
Okay.
actually be, if it's a
Okay.
really young kid, maybe like, I don't know, mommy, I just love this color. I just love
That.
how this fits. That is a genuine answer. Most kids are not good liars. They're not going to lie to your
They're
face
not gonna-
about
Also,
why.
if your kid is a good liar, your kid is probably going to be a serial killer. Let's
Probably a
All right.
sociopath, and you got bigger issues.
Okay.
Well, you know what? This is how I feel like it only
God.
makes sense. Oh, wait, wrong song.
God.
Come
What?
on,
I'm just
segue.
saying, I know, we
Come
gotta
on,
segue.
dead air.
Because no, what's crazy was I was like looking at this. First off, I already owe Alex money. Period.
Period.
Because I said
He keeps bringing up the
Alex,
Google
can
image
you
of the
not
money.
do that on the screen? No, but I did. You didn't watch it. We're not going to do TV today. I would say things that let's get off on this note.
Okay.
What are things that you do not care about?
Oh, the shit that
Yes,
we don't
the
care about.
So we missed it last week, but we did start a new segment where we do shit we don't care about.
Shit we don't
We're
care
gonna end the
about.
show with shit we don't care about because y'all are listening like, ooh, I can't wait till they get to this part. I will say I do not give a flying fuck about the verses of, what was it, Raekwon and Ghostface, only because I'm from the South, and the only reason why I even know about
the only
Wu-Tang
reason why that's
is because
acceptable.
of Hulu, and I was like, ooh.
So-
sorry, they fine on Hulu.
I mean,
but I don't know
truthfully-
shit about Wu-Tang or what
And
they did.
truthfully, generationally, I don't really either.
Me neither.
So I
I
didn't
don't
watch
care.
it.
So I mean, and I'm from here, but also that is my man's generation. So we literally watched the entire Wu-Tang,
The Wu-Tang doc
documentary
was
over the
cute.
weekend because I
It's
hadn't
cute.
seen it.
It's cute.
Which was great. I
It's
thought it was
cute.
really, really great. And now I'm watching the series on Hulu, which is very
Oh,
interesting.
so it already happened.
RZA
yeah.
rhymes with SZA. I thought it was cute.
The Jizza. There's a
you know,
lot. There's a
yeah.
lot surrounding it.
They did Raekwon and Ghostface. I didn't watch it. This happened on Saturday.
Nope.
The upcoming, I will be honest with you, it is the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind and Fire. And
that's
I'm not
on
gonna
Easter
lie.
Sunday,
so,
y'all.
So can I be honest with you?
We might need to be in.
But I had to look it
have
up. I didn't know that anyone from Earth, Wind and Fire was still alive. I just think of Earth, Wind and
Excuse
Fire,
me?
and it's like, is that not from the 40s
Hold on.
or 50s?
I thought Earth, Wind, and Fire was 3 people. It's a whole lot of them.
Oh wait, there's more than.
The picture that I saw, it was like 12 niggas. I said,
Wait,
well,
is
how
that
they
many
all gonna
people?
fit them in the
sorry.
screen?
I'm sorry. Have y'all not listened to Earth, Wind, and you know how many fucking instruments there are in Earth, Wind, and
Well,
Fire?
I didn't know.
so the
I didn't know that.
instruments get-
I didn't know the band was part of the wind. The wind is the trumpets.
I didn't know.
I thought
I'm not
one
gonna-
was earth, one was fire, and the other one was wind.
Earth, Wind, and
So it's
Fire.
just drums, guitar, and one horn.
I mean, girl.
Wait, do they have 20
Ma'am.
though to go 20?
There's yes, Earth, Wind, and Fire, and the Isley Brothers. Yes,
I mean, I guess
I know
each-
Isley Brothers because I even said I like them.
You have to remember,
Do you think they're gonna be
too.
able to play the R. Kelly song?
The contagious.
You're
contagious. Touch me, baby. Give me what you got. And I'm said.
I
All
love
right,
the
okay.
ad-libs.
So-
I'm sorry.
So the really cool thing about
What's
musicians.
your favorite Earth, Wind, and Fire song?
Yeah, tell us.
September is my favorite only because I have so many good memories attached to
That's the
September.
one with the Sara on Apple Music, so I guess that is a popular
Well,
one.
I like September because I was born in September. That's the only reason I
so
like
you're not
that
even
song.
a real Libra.
What you talk about?
All
What you
right.
talking
Oh
about?
my God. I have so many good memories with this song.
Talk to us.
So many
What you feel
people's
about this song?
weddings. I've been to so many weddings where this has been played.
Come on, look at the outfits. Now we're supposed to see behind these
First
three
of all,
people that
they're-
there's a band back there.
Yes. They
Do
have a
you
whole
remember?
brass section.
Oh,
Come on,
I do know this
hairline.
song.
September.
Does he still look like that? Because he
I was
look.
about to say they're alive.
There's another one that's yes, they are. You are rude.
Yo, Mandii is asking real questions. It's 2021. They're still alive is a good question.
She was born in 2012.
She
was born.
I was born in 90, but
Also, that's one of
bitch,
my
don't do
favorites,
me.
and also, After the Love Is Gone is really good too.
Oh, that sounds
Okay.
that's a new one.
After the love is gone.
oh, I do know that song. I do know that.
Musically,
song.
it's so pretty.
That's beautiful. So that's two
Yeah.
songs. What about Ozzy Brothers gonna sweep these niggas?
I mean,
Sorry.
Reasons. Earth, Wind, and Fire also has Reasons.
That's 3. There's 20.
We
Aren't
need
they?
20 songs.
We need 20, bro.
Can you name 3 Isley Brothers songs that are not
You're
contagious? No.
I can think of one.
Between the Sheets.
Do it.
Between the
Sheets.
Sheets, yes.
Do it,
Bow,
do it.
bow, bow.
For the love,
Bow,
for the
bow.
love of you is a vibe.
Let me see if I have
I-
any Isley Brothers on my Spotify.
I mean, I have Contagious.
And that's Ron Isley, sis.
But I know that is just one of them niggas.
At your best,
Only one of
At
the
your
brothers.
best is really good too. You are
Okay,
love.
can I also be honest? After that, I will only watch it because he's beautiful. But they are doing on 420 Redman versus Method Man.
Yeah.
I will tune in. Although I follow Method Man on Instagram, I would just tune in to watch Method Man. Hopefully, smoke a blunt. And
You know
rap.
they're gonna be high.
It's 420. That's the point.
That's it.
That is the point. Those are the best people to have on there. Maybe a cameo by Wiz would be nice. Then I'd really be leaking wet. But I'm definitely
Leaking wet.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm looking forward to watching that. I'm not gonna lie. This Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire, though, I don't think I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah,
Okay, well, that's
You're gonna watch it.
That's
I'm
before my
definitely gonna watch
time.
it.
I mean,
More importantly than that, we're talking about musicians and singers. So, like, in my mind, that's going to be a really musical
Okay.
tribute that is incredible.
True.
For legends to be alive that were making timeless music 40 years ago, 40 plus years ago, to still be alive and kicking and want to get together
not
and
alive
jam
and
out.
kicking.
Alive and kicking.
I mean, it just feels like
They were in their the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire is in their 70s, 80s, easy.
Right. When I
So-
think verses, I think young people sheet. I don't think
Not
sheet. Young people shit.
3 brothers that are the
Shit.
Isley brothers, 1939 born, 1939.
1939. That means they
born in
was
the
on the
30s.
They're in their
Titanic. sis.
80s, bro.
They were on the
Holy-
Titanic.
Holy
They
shit.
were not.
They
They was under the door. They was under the
civil rights
door.
movement.
Not under the door.
Bro,
Good
they
night.
was-
No,
Bro, they
I'm
went through
tuning
all the
into that.
presidents.
We're not gonna. Well, no. Listen, Justice League went through all the presidents this week.
Wait, are we gonna
Justice
get there?
League was 4 hours
I was
long.
really not finna get in there. I thought
I'm
we
only
ain't had
gonna.
time
I'm only
for it.
gonna give it 30 seconds.
I'm only gonna.
I'm not
give it
gonna lie.
because
This podcast episode is as long as this Justice League.
No. It's only half. It's only
half, bro.
It's only halfway.
Do you remember?
Right. Been watching this film since September.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, literally.
No, it's really long.
So
I can't
you-
believe you actually. I'm impressed that you got through the amount of hours that you did.
How many hours did you watch?
Real quick, can I tell y'all? So Bridget is like, I'm like, hey, do you have any TV this week? Because y'all know I'm watching Master
I'm like,
Chef.
please
and
watch
shit.
it. There's so many good cuts.
I'm watching.
Oh my god.
Wait, Bridget, you watched the whole 4
She did.
hours?
She did.
Oh no, it took me 2 days. So I got. It took me 2 days. I got my first vaccine shot on Thursday. Mm-hmm. And by
Okay,
Friday,
bragging.
Right.
Yeah, this subtle
She
flex.
said,
This
"Bitch,
subtle
I ain't
flex has
gonna be
been brought
sick."
to you by my immune system. So
Okay, drag us, bitch.
I definitely by Friday was like, I'm fatigued. I'm tired. I got nothing for y'all. And then my period came, so it was like
Oh, so
everything was under
double-
attack. Everything was
double
under
dose.
attack.
Oh, the period.
Yeah.
Our periods are real disrespectful, ain't they?
You know, the way that the uterus wants to punish us every month for not having a child is really fucked up and
It's
criminal.
But
It's
also,
criminal.
sis, you know we just got the vaccine. You could have
Right.
late. You could have been late any other time.
my uterus was like, heard you, immune system. We gonna do this together.
heard you.
So my whole
Now we
body
gonna
was
do
like,
this together.
My whole
Because
body
we
was
already
tapped
be
out.
hella anemic because we be losing pounds
Sis.
of blood.
pounds, sis.
I don't know.
I
how
was
we-
in the house like
I don't know how we gauge the blood that we
I
lose.
think it's liquid, so you gotta do liters.
Oh,
leaders. The only
Okay.
good thing I will say is that I didn't crave anything because my body was like, nope, we not eating nothing at
no,
all.
bitch,
And I was
because
like, great.
it's because you had COVID because they got the vaccine,
Is that what
which
the
means
fact-
you ain't
yeah.
have no goddamn appetite.
And
you
usually-
ain't got no taste,
And
no
usually
smell.
I would have wanted to eat an entire pizza. So I was really pleased with myself that it didn't happen. And so I had time. You know, I wasn't really feeling good. So I was really
had time
fatigued and
today.
had cramps. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to sit home and watch Justice League. Got through the first hour, fell asleep. Had to go back and rewatch some of it and then got through 2.5 hours and then was like, all right, I'm about to do this tomorrow. So revisited. I finally got through it on Saturday and I felt like, okay, there was a lot of slow-mo. It was a lot of sentimental music.
A lot of
A
explosions.
lot of slow-mo.
A lot of explosions.
I text Bridget because Bridget told me to watch it. She said, let's get our nerd on. The gamers hate us, so let's get into our comic book shit.
I mean, I would have watched it regardless. I don't give a fuck
but
about it.
I'm gonna watch it with my dude.
So
but
normally,
Yeah.
well,
we gonna be naked,
all of
so we
my
probably not gonna
partners
watch.
before my partner now was
it'll
into
just
that.
be on.
It's gonna be on.
It'll
I'm
just
not,
be
I'm not
on.
gonna promise that I'm gonna watch
So
it.
real quick, she called me and was like, "You should, Justice League. Have you seen it yet?" I was like, "No." I said, "Where's it on?" She's like, "It's playing on HBO Max." I said, "Okay, great." I said, She said, "Are you familiar with it? Are you familiar with it?" She was like, "Yeah, there's like Aquaman." That's all she had to say. I said, "Oh, girl, I'm gonna watch. That means Jason Momoa was in that."
You
bitch.
said fish dick? I'm having some fish dick.
So, bitch, she said Aquaman. I said,
You logged right
"Oh, bitch,
on.
let me watch that shit."
You said, "Let me get
Only
on HBO
because
Max."
I can only see so much from his Instagram, and he be with his bitch. He be really plugging, goddamn.
Not his bitch.
He be
Lisa
with-
Bonet?
It's Lisa Bonet. If you don't put some respect on Lisa Bonet,
You said his bitch.
He really be with her.
and Zoe Mama, you better put some
I
respect
know.
on Zoe
So
Mama.
That's
Therefore-
Lenny's ex.
Okay,
Hello?
which Lenny looked fine as hell. We
Okay,
both
you saw
posted
the
that
abs?
man.
The
God
abs?
damn. I said maybe my nigga don't need to eat meat because goddamn. Anyways, she said Aquaman. I said, "Ooh, great. I'm gonna watch it now." And yes, Jason Momoa did his thing. Every scene he was in, naked, shirt off. I said, "Ooh, the water that is in this scene is now between my legs." And I loved
Okay,
it. But
between
I
the
will say-
sheets.
So anyway,
I will say,
Anywho.
I will say, I started it and
can't mention Justice
No.
League without WAP. Apparently,
well, not only that, but I text Bridget.
Yep.
Because 8 minutes and 35 seconds into the show,
You fell asleep.
I said, "Bridget, they haven't said a word yet." I said, "What is all these glaciers and hills and scenery?" And bitch, there's still credits rolling 8 minutes until this goddamn movie.
Well,
then
sis,
I really got
it's a
upset.
4-hour film.
Yeah.
The credits is gonna be at
Bro,
least
8 minutes.
48
No,
minutes.
I have a problem with that. Not only that, then I had a problem. Yes, I'm understanding of superheroes and all that shit. Bitch, you got all the women and all their strength. And yes, we're gonna talk about this during Women's History Month before we get out of this bitch. All they had was bows and arrows. All these other people
First
could
of all-
fly and everything else.
first of
Bows
all-
and arrows. That's all we
first
giving
of
women.
all-
That's all
first
we
of
giving
all,
women. Bridget.
Diana Prince is the daughter of Zeus.
Okay.
Which one is that?
I don't
The
remember.
blonde?
Diana Prince.
Diana
that don't
Prince
sound
is
like a
Wonder
Greek
Woman.
name, sis.
It's not Greek. It's Amazonian.
Oh.
They're from Themyscira. That's the name of the island that they're from.
You could tell
Okay,
a
but
man.
this
You could tell a
island-
man wrote that. Femscura. Yeah. That's where that hoe was from. And put her in a wedge boot.
Right.
We don't even like wedges.
Themyscira.
Sis, all the other superheroes have on flat, comfortable shoes.
And we
Sis got on a
Sis
wedge
got on
sneaker.
a gold
Melissa.
wedge.
It was
Not
a
a Melissa. Oh, not the Melissa.
It was a Melissa wedge with a lasso. The thing is,
They gave sis
lasso.
some.
they gave
some
sis a
thread.
lasso.
They gave sis a rope and bows and arrows.
But she also has superhuman strength because she is the daughter of a god. She is the daughter of a Greek god.
Do you know
That's
how
why.
upset I was?
Look.
I'm not upset because she's the only one out of all of these people that could whoop Superman's ass. She's the only one going toe to toe with Superman.
But not that I'm a killer, but spoiler alert, in the bank robber era where she like went down the line and did all her,
Yes.
all the killer really had to do if he wanted to kill them niggas
Had to
was
pet it.
go back the other way. Cause this bitch was going one way. So she's like,
Well, I didn't see it, but I will say.
she's dodging all the bullets to save the people.
Listen.
All he had to do was go like,
Listen, I'm just gonna say
and
this.
kill the rest of the people, bro. I was mad because as a killer, I was like, he ain't a real
All
killer.
the first of all, as a killer, hilarious. We're gonna put a pin in that. But all the strength,
Chill, bro.
all the superhuman strength that Wonder Woman has could not save either of those Wonder Woman movies. So
The first one was good. I like the
first one was not
Yeah,
good.
but even one
Out
of them
of all
Amazonian
the
girls
DC
died from a
movies.
horse. Can you explain why she died from a horse
She
falling
didn't
on
die
her?
from a horse. She got hit by whatever
she
Steppenwolf.
dies.
There's some woman dies.
Some woman dies
daughter.
because she gets shot with something and that's why she gets knocked off the horse. The horse doesn't kill her. She gets hit with something and that's why she dies.
You dying from getting hit by something?
I mean, what is
Yes, sis.
Steppenwolf
A
has?
bus, a truck, a cliff,
Superman,
a
Batman
plane.
would never.
The problem is honestly, Batman is my problem throughout this whole thing because his
yes.
only fucking superpower is white privilege, and
Well, that's Bruce Wayne, babe.
that's Bruce Wayne. The Flash literally asks him like, "Oh, so what's your superpower?" He's like, "I'm rich." It's like your answer should have
You're
been, "I'm
white.
white."
You're
that
white.
really should have been the answer.
Wait, is Batman Ben Affleck?
Yes.
Yes.
But Batman in general, in comparison
know if I
to
wanna
all
watch
of
that.
this, you're
Batman
like,
is
oh,
Ben
okay.
Go on, girl. I don't want to watch the Ben Affleck Batman.
Like,
Okay, so before we leave, this is me wrapping y'all up on your own podcast.
Yes.
Who
no,
is
because
in
we
the-
should have been out of here.
Who is in the Justice League? Just give me the superheroes.
Superman,
Uh-huh.
Batman,
Okay.
Aquaman,
The Flash, Aquaman,
Wonder Woman.
The Flash,
Wonder
Aquaman.
Woman, and Cyborg.
Cyborg.
Cyborg is the black guy that looks like Don Lemon.
Whoa!
So his power is shade.
Wait, who is this guy that came down from the sky?
Also, I thought in the cartoon, Green Lantern was
Green
in the
Lantern
Justice
is
League.
also in the Justice League, but he's not in this film.
Oh, they didn't have the budget.
So there's a reference.
That part.
Oh no,
But
they had a budget. They
for
had a
4
budget.
hours.
They had a budget because Jared Leto makes an appearance as Joker for 2 seconds. So they did have a budget.
how
Let's
much
not
y'all
get
think
it fucked up?
How much y'all think he made for the movie?
50,000. That's what.
Ain't no fucking way Jared Leto made 50,000.
50,000?
Nah, you bugging out.
That's
what
how
they
much
gave
we would
Taraji.
make for the movie.
That's what they gave.
Nah,
That's what
bitch,
they
we
gave.
wouldn't make 50,000.
That's what they gave us for Hidden Figures. We're talking about. We're not talking about the motherfucking Justice League.
Not Hidden Figures.
Not another white man. White.
Okay.
Not
White.
an
Not
Academy
white.
Award nominated
Look at
Jared Leto.
All right, Scream Man, stop with the money.
Academy
posting.
Award
I owe
winner,
you the
Jared
money.
Leto.
I got you. I'll cash
Oh,
app
he
you that
won.
shit.
Right, yeah. It's
Yeah.
6 figures, babe.
Six figure, that's my type. that's what we leading
no,
off with. Hold
No,
on.
it's
Yeah,
not my
that's
type.
fine.
Yes, we gotta
It's
get
not
off
my
on that.
type.
Oh, you like hobosexuals?
I like men who don't cheat, and if it means that you have to make 6 figures instead of 7 in order for you not to cheat, I accept.
Well, what if he's making 4 figures, sis?
Well, then
Hold on, this is what she actually has to say, guys.
You said whelp?
then that means you're gonna cheat on McDonald's with Shake Shack, and you're gonna leave me the fuck out of it. That's what that means.
He's gonna cheat on McDonald's with Wendy's, babe.
Hello.
Okay.
Well, the dollar menu at McDonald's is lit now, so it might be the other way
Girl,
around.
I haven't been to McDonald's in years, but Wendy's also haven't been there in years.
I haven't been to Wendy's in a couple years either. I think about 2.
Well, if you want to make less than 6 figures, this is the song for you. Just take care. Take care, sis.
Take care, babe.
Take care, babe. Take care, babe. We're not doing you. I hope we didn't spoil anything for the Justice League. I know she hates. Listen. You're more than welcome.
No,
to be
I don't hate Justice League. Honestly, I'm just more of a Marvel fan than a DC fan.
But I think most people are that, though.
I
In
think it's
terms of the
unfortunate.
movies, anyway.
I
Marvel
think it's
movies,
unfortunate.
But Marvel
it's
movies
also,
are better.
a lot of the DC character, like their stories intertwinement isn't
DC
great.
characters. Name
It's
them.
just not great.
Name them. Ready?
Who
Name
they?
them.
Who they?
The DC characters
Batman.
are the Batmans, the Supermans, Joker, Harley Quinn.
So they're a part of Justice League and
They're
DC?
on
No,
DC
okay, sis-
DC Comics.
DC.
Comics.
There's Marvel.
Don't do this,
So listen,
sis.
so DC Comics is the Batman,
I just know
Superman,
niggas like superheroes.
Marvel.
I didn't know the
Marvel.
difference.
It's two families.
Justice League and the Avengers. The Avengers is Marvel. So Iron Man,
Thor,
Captain America,
Hulk.
Thor, Ant-Man, who's not
Hulk.
really Hulk.
Ant-Man, you could have left him out.
He was funny though. I liked
Yes,
Ant-Man.
yes. Everybody loves a funny guy, but I don't want to date Ant-Man.
I don't wanna date
don't
that man.
nobody wanna date him.
Spider-Man is also a part of the Avengers. Black Panther is a part of Marvel.
And
Who's a
who's
part of the Avengers as well.
So there's Avengers and Marvel.
No, there's
What is
there's
Wolverine? What's the X-Men?
That's Marvel.
Okay, yeah, see, Marvel.
X-Men is Marvel.
Oh, so I think I like Marvel more.
Yes, you do, sis.
X-Men.
I think I like Marvel more.
You do.
Wolverine,
Marvel be
Magneto.
kinda lit.
Yes.
It's lit over there.
Marvel be kind of lit.
They just do a
so
better
we saying
job.
fuck
Doctor
who? We saying fuck the
Strange
Avengers?
is also
No,
Marvel.
we're saying DC.
Oh, fuck DC.
Yeah, because DC
Not
is
DC
just
on
not
fly,
great.
but fuck DC otherwise.
Yeah.
And not DC.
And not Chocolate City DC,
I was
because we
about to say,
love
not
DC.
that we
Washington
love
DC.
them.
Don't do that.
Well, this.
Well, guys, before we get out of
Oh, no,
here,
I love it.
Reezy, where
Sign
can
me up.
people find you? I'm really glad that you joined us today. And you know,
I
I'm
had
gonna
a
have to
fabulous
take care of playing
time.
it.
We're
Thank
so
you,
glad you
background.
came.
Thank you for the wine and feeding me. You can find me on my Instagram, Reezy, Reeezy, or you can find me on my podcast, The Unofficial Expert.
You were just as funny today
No,
as
did
you
you
were
not
on
see-
Unofficial Expert.
No.
Oh, since you listen, you wanna come on?
Well,
Yeah,
she
sure.
does her research. I was
do.
like, this is my friend, and she just funny. Just know she gonna
I
be
like to
funny.
be.
I love research.
I like to be on top, but I also, I mean, in my mind too, I'm partial to comedians because I feel like comedians have, in general, a knack for both their own story and how they want to be portrayed, but also the truth, and they're not very sensitive about whatever the truth is. And I love that. I think that's
Well,
really
I hope I didn't step on any toes today.
Hell nah.
But I did come.
No, Savon don't let us know the flag.
Maybe the only toes.
Savon been over there like flag. Edit.
He like she called them a they.
The only toes getting stepped on are Mandi's because they're out.
So is, baby. No, what's crazy is not the last couple weeks we haven't had
Mink.
edits.
This is
I don't know
definitely
what
Mink.
it is.
No, it's Mink.
It's Fendi.
It
sis.
is.
Fendi. I'm not
It's
gonna lie,
definitely
these were
Mink.
$1,300
Mink is-
sandals.
Mink has that combination,
Yeah,
that
I
like
bought them
caramel,
in Miami
like
last.
caramel brown.
Shout out to my homegirl Crystal. We both bought matching pairs, but she has the 5.5 feet. But we both bought them together.
Well, before we leave, let me just try them. I just want to see something.
That's fine. You can try them on. You can try them
Because you
on.
said they
Yeah,
my
you
size.
could take your off-whites
off. Like, get the fuck
You
out
can
of
take
here,
your
bro.
off-whites on to try on her
I don't know how much
Fendis.
these cost because they were a birthday present.
Oh, come on, gifts. Come on, rich nigga, that's my type.
But he's not going to repossess these.
No.
Anyways, guys, we gonna leave out of here because it's only right. Hey, everyone, I need y'all to take care, baby. Take it. Shout out to all of our YouTube subscribers, listeners, commenters, all of our tweeters. I like our tweeters.
Our tweeters are great.
Our tweeters are awesome. They're the only nice people to us. And shout out to the Instagram people. Like, Savon, no, you don't think the tweeters
Savon
are
and
nice?
Parks. Shout out to Savon and Parks holding it down every
Shout out
week.
to
Shout out to Carl and Brendan.
Alexa.
Shout out to Brendan. Shout out to Carl.
Alexa, who's going to be $40 richer.
Yo, I'm paying for the Need to Know studio time next week. Let's go.
Shout out to Need to Know
podcast. Y'all go ahead. Y'all know right after us. Tomorrow you got the JVP. You got Girl, I Guess on Thursday. Shout out to Karen. Shout out to me.
Ming, yes.
Shout out to just everybody. And shout out to
love
you,
y'all.
Reeezy, for coming on. Again, if y'all are looking for a new pod, go ahead and check it out. Oh, my man is calling y'all.
Okay, we love y'all.
Gotta go.
Bye.
Bye.